Anymore. Let's see if we're live. I'm talking chill. What's up, Adro? How are you? What's up, Thomas? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everything sound good? Everything look good? Adro, I messaged you on Discord, by the way. So you got a tracking number for the UPC. Thomas, what did you pick up? What did you pick up today? Oh, you picked up something. Two of the Pokemon Day 2026s, and what is that? The Venusaur? Where'd you get them? Walmart, Target? Where'd you get them? Yeah, sweet. That's very cool. I've not been able to find anything. No. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. I just want to let you know because sometimes people aren't very active on stuff, and so there's a tracking number. It should be there in a couple days. I think at UPS like 2 to 4 days. Oh, you should get it by the end of next week. Your LGS, awesome. Were you able to get it at a reasonable price, or did you have to pay a little bit more? What's up? What's up, Jacob? How are you? You got a video coming out? What is it tomorrow? Right? Sundays and Wednesdays. You're hitting up Collecticon tomorrow. Um, Pablo's there. I don't know if you know who um Pokey Pablo is, but he he's apparently there. So what's up, Brandon? How are you, buddy? You got it pretty cheap. That's awesome. Are you opening it? You gonna open it, or are you gonna keep it sealed? What you playing with that? Trying to. Got to finish up with tonight first. Gotcha. Are you trying to make like a video, or you got like some work, family stuff going on? By the way, can you guys hear the TV in the background? Let me know if you guys can hear it. So I was thinking it's super faint. Okay. Well, you can hear the TV. Is it pretty bad? You're leaving it sealed? Yeah, let me see. It's pretty loud, honestly. She could turn it down. It's not bad at all. Okay. Let me see. I got noise cancellation on. All right. Give me a second. Okay. We should be better. I apologize. I apologize. Let's see. Closing up the store. Gotcha. Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard making videos. I made a video early today. That one will be out tomorrow. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, but I'll be out tomorrow, and then I'll be making another video tomorrow, going out Monday. It's hard, man. You got family, you got work. Not easy. Not easy. What's up, Pablo? Yeah, Adro. He said he's going to be at Collecticon tomorrow too. I told him you were going to be there. What's up? What's up, Ozzy? How are you? How did the card show go? You get anything? SpongeBob be loud sometimes. It's the wife. She's watching like this murder mystery. Somebody in England was killing a bunch of babies. So that's what she's watching right now. Hey man, Pablo, that'll be a great video. I don't know about a 3 hour video, but that will be a great video. People love, card show videos and stuff like that. I saw what's his name? Upa? Upa Collectibles. He's been doing the vending videos. Dude's got like, I don't know, 6 videos, something like that. He's already over 1,000 subscribers. He's absolutely killing it. Let me see what it's ridiculous the amount of saying Whoopa. Which would be cool for him, right? No hate. I don't want anyone to think I'm hating. But his thumbnails are good. Hey, close that. Close that out. This down here. Transition. Boom. Hopefully that transitioned well for you guys. But yeah, here's Whoopa. Got nine videos. But I mean, if you look at what he's done, 3.4K, 2.9, 2.5, 7.1, and like all over 1K videos, 1.26 subscribers. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But people love it. Yeah, Brandon, I'm with you. I got a card show coming up in March. So I will definitely be going there. Just a small one. But I'll be going there, picking up some singles, maybe my Japanese Umbreon. And that's probably about it, man. That's probably about it. What's up with Chonk? What's up, Joe? How you doing, bud? Glad to finally see you. Too many bangers. Pablo, just name it like Georgia Collecticon Day 1, and you can do several days. Yeah, I got a new camera. Uh, well, last week it was the same camera, but yeah, it's a newer. It's like a $150 webcam. So does the focus on my background. You guys don't see all the clutter on my table, and hopefully it looks better. So we're working slowly but surely, trying to get there. If I can just get my content up there, who knows? But we're trying. We're trying. Everyone say what's up to LeChonk. We need LeChonk to drop another video too. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on the Umbreon. So my birthday's in March. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get it. If I as long as I can, the PSA 10. If it shoots to 600 and above, I'm not gonna touch it. But if it stays, 5, I'll probably bring some singles there, try to do some trading, try to knock down the price a little bit. But it's got to be a PSA 10, or else I'm not going to touch it. So everyone, say what's up to Joe. He does really good shorts. So go check out Joe. And for some reason, he gets really lucky pulls. He pulled. Sorry, the cats are fighting. But yeah, this is Joe. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, Joe's collection. He's almost at 200. You all go check him out. He does like 3 shorts a week, and he's pulled Mega Lucario, the Charizard from Phantasmal Flames, and Lily's Determination, I think. So yeah, go check him out. What's up, crazy? Glad to see you, bud. How you doing? Yeah, yeah. We're slowly trying to make it better and better. If I can just learn to talk and maybe a little edit. We got Pokey Blab up in here. Go check out Pokey Blab. He normally just does a quick hump and dump. He comes in and then he leaves. But Henry loves Pokeblab. They just did a live. Check out Pokeblab. So just got off work. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm happy for you. Happy for you. So, anyways, we're slowly learning. We're slowly learning. How's y'all's week? Y'all pick up anything? I know Thomas, if he's still in here. Thomas picked it up. Ozzy, you didn't tell me if you picked anything up. You just said there was a bunch of bangers. Oh, how are y'all feeling about everything that's going on? I know Roxy's over at was Jay's. Jay's doing a live. If y'all want to go call in to Jay, go try that out. Cool idea. Not doing it. You picked up every single card that you wanted. That's awesome. Make a short out of it. Make a short. Do like a short because that seems like it's your style. Or do make a video of it. But people like that too. LeChonk, I know LeChonk makes videos about cards that they pick up. So do that. Oh, did you actually make a video? Let's see. Oh, really, Pablo? Yeah, I've heard the vendors, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna bring some singles. Um, I've got a couple PSA slabs I might be willing to move off of that I've had, for a while. But we'll see. We'll see. And they may not even have it. I'm not in any rush. I'm gonna pick up the Blastoise from 151. I think that card's gonna surprise people. I would like to pick up the Latias from Surging Sparks, Milotic, and mostly the Umbreon, but it's got to be a PSA 10 in Japanese because I'm not paying 4 grand for the English version. Hell no. Joe, you're asking me how you can do better? More hyped about Chaos Rising? Yeah, I love Greninja. I absolutely love Greninja. So I'm not a big fan of the card. It could have been worse. It absolutely could have been worse. They could have stuck him upside down. I know technically he is upside down, or she, or whatever. The Greninja's upside down, but they did it in a nice way. So Chaos Rising is definitely more of a complete set than Perfect Order, but it's still a small set. So, but it is Greninja. People love Greninja. Greninja is a very popular Pokemon. Probably what, I don't know, at least top 20 for people. So I know Blab does not like Greninja, but I think that it will do. I think he'll do good. Yeah, I mean, I know the Cerulege. It's like $15. Check out the video tomorrow, Brandon, which I know you always do, but I talked about it. So, Joe, I love your shorts. I don't know shit about shorts. I don't care to try to do shorts. The best shorts that I do are I take a part of the video and I try to get people to come watch the video that I made. So, I think your shorts are great. I think they're great. I don't know. I don't think there's much more you can do, man. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just think keep grinding at it, and you're getting like 2K views, 3K views, 4K views. So ain't got much to say about it, man. Really, truly. And that's being honest. That's being honest. That's awesome, crazy. Yeah, I got one too. I was super happy to get another one. So just picking up promos and cheaper singles. Yep, I think that's a very smart play. I always tell you guys, look different places. Don't just look at all the what everyone else is looking at. Try to look at other places. So I think that's very smart. Yeah, Twilight's definitely better. Twilight is definitely is better in my opinion. I think it will be. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, do we have a evolution line for Chaos Rising? I don't think we do. If anyone knows how to find these cards again that were leaked without watching some dumb video that we can look at, I'm pretty sure we got most of it. And I do not remember seeing any sort of evolution line. Yeah, no, I think um most people are going to agree that the Twilight Masquerade is better. So for sure, like it's no comparison. Which is great because I hope that hopefully that means that the Greninja from Chaos is what 200, 150, 175, something like that, but it won't be more than likely, unfortunately. It will be eventually, but for a while. You're trying to get Team Rocket's Meowth from where? What's that? Pablo and Blab are talking, so I'll leave that alone. Yeah. I I don't think it's like I mean it's a dung beetle, but I can see how I missed that. It's only got like two cards. So I can see how I totally fucked that one up for sure. I mean, I'm looking at it's not all of them. Let me try to find all of the all of the cards, but so far I have not seen. I don't want to watch a video. I want to see the person. Just want to see the cards. Look on Twitter. I don't know. I probably should save this at some point. Honest with you. Meta glasses would be cool. Yeah. Pablo, you got your brother being a cameraman. I will say, still trying to find the art, but the Greninja from Ninja Spinner is it is a pretty decent card. Pretty decent. They could have fucked it up worse. It's truly not that bad, but Twilight is better for sure. I'm not saying that Twilight's not. But I do. I think the Mega um I'm gonna fuck up the name of it again. Mega Dragalge EX. I think that's probably the best one that we've seen so far. We have seen so far. So what are you thinking about picking up, Brain? Are you gonna go into your own collection? What's up, Inept? No, I know it's gonna do good, but here's the thing. So let's look on TCG Player. I'll show you guys here in a second. But I know last time I looked, the Greninja from Twilight had not cracked what 400 yet. So if that one, which I think most people are going to say is better, of course you'll have the people that are trying to pump up the set, right? Chaos Rising, they'll be like, "Oh, it's so good." So right here, look, we have the Greninja, 299.99, $300. Card's actually going down. Oh, that's a slight play. Let me see. Hermit. Yeah, 280, 280, 280. See what I'm saying? So if this card's 280 bucks, why should the Greninja, the Mega Greninja, be anywhere close to that? You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's not. I hope it's not. I hope people look at it and say Twilight is much better, and we get like $150 top card, unless there's a gold, like a gold Greninja or something like that. Then let that be 500 bucks. But we have potential of looking at a like 150 $200 SIR or Mega, which would be interesting to see how the market reacts to that. Don't think it's likely though. Yeah, that Roaring Moon from Prismatic man, I got it. I'll be honest, I got it in Japanese, and I'm glad that I got it in Japanese instead of getting it for like 150 bucks. But here, you guys can't see shit. Let me do something with my camera. Give me a second. Just a second. This, the transition. Going to. Yeah, the Japanese one. I mean, Japanese way to go. But yeah, I'm glad I paid like $20 for this card instead of paying 150 bucks or whatever it was going for. Yeah, there it is. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool card, but not anywhere close to 150 bucks. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You're collecting some Flora. That's a good card. Good Pokemon. Oh, did you send the picture of the lead cards? Cool. Let me open up. Sorry, I didn't have Discord open. I don't know why. Where'd you send him, Pablo? Oh, you personally sent him? All right. So, of course, this doesn't have the trainers in it, but we have the Greninja, and from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing any sort of evolution line. Then we have Dragalge, obviously, no real evolution line either. There could be maybe the little guy in there, but I don't see it. We got the two trainers, Sino, nothing. So I think honestly, and of course we're missing the Floetta, but the Floetta doesn't have it either. So I think we've got potential for another SIR. By the way, thank you, Pablo, for sending that. You hope it's a $50 card? I don't see it being a $50 card. Oh, the colors are awesome, Pokeball. 100%. I like the colors for sure. Um, it's just that's the thing though. If the Twilight Masquerade Greninja is at 280, 300, and I do expect they'll probably get a little bit of a pump up closer we get to Chaos Rising. So it could be like a $400 card. Um, how are we going to have a top chase unless there is another SIR, which there could be a potential because I believe that they have done this for a reason with the evolution lines for them not to have it in Chaos Rising. You know how they had it with the Zygarde for Perfect Order. I think there could be potentially another SIR that we've not seen yet. You want to have what? I'll do a trade with you, man. I'll take your Charizard. I'll take a Charizard all day. Yeah, I agree. I think that the Greninja from Twilight will get pumped up, but how much will it get pumped up is the question. I think all Greninja cards are going to get pumped. But I mean, if we look at the year, we'll do this. So if we look at the year, you know, we were at 400 and what, four, it was like 420, 450 was a year ago. And then it dropped down, went up, and then it's just continued to drop down. So like people just don't like this card. People do not like this card. The majority of people do not like this card. So I think that honestly, yeah, man, like short term play, buy this card. It'll probably get pumped up. You'll probably see it go 350, maybe four for the Chaos Rising comes out. And but like long term, man, this card is like $100, $150. Super long term. Like after this bull runs over and we get into this bear market, this is $100, in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, you can get it. You can get it, Joe. You can get that card Japanese, which the English does look better. You can get it for 20, yeah, $30, $30 for it instead of 100 and what is it going for in English? I know it was going for like 120, which is absolutely wild. 95. Most recent sales, $77.50. So yeah, like $76. I think this card is going to do better than the SIR, but you guys already know this. Can't wait to get even less Chaos Rising boxes compared to Perfect. Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, but at the same time, like, how worried are you about this? The only reason these boxes are like perfect order is probably going to be, it's probably going to go to like 200, maybe 190 after, you know, once we get the release. It's going to start climbing back up though. But like long term, Pokemon's going to reprint it. So who cares? You know, like, unless you want to open up the set. But even then, I would strongly suggest until we get done with this bull run, don't be opening up booster boxes. Like, get your bundles, which there will be more bundles. There will be more sleeve packs. There will be more ETBs. There'll be more of that. So all the things you want to open instead, that would be the way to do it. So I'm not really that worried about it, honestly. We are going to get reprints of all of these mega sets. We're going to more than likely, I strongly believe, get reprints of Destined Rivals. So I don't care, you know, short term booster boxes. I would like to get one or two booster boxes of each new set, but I'm not going to sweat it at all. Yeah, yeah. Pokeball. I made a video. It'll be up tomorrow, and I had some strong opinions, and I think that the Paldean Fates. I think Paldean Fates as a whole is going to surprise people here in a couple years. I also think that that Charizard kicks the shit out of the 151, and it is one of the best Charizards we've gotten in a very, very long time. Yeah, yeah, Joe, I'm exactly with you. I'm exactly with you. This card at $50, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't care. I'll take my chances on it. I'll let it sit for years. I strongly, strongly, strongly believe this card will do better than the SAR long term. I don't know about the Zard being better than Bubmew. That's a little bit of a hot. Which card do you like for $25 in it? Yeah, I mean, I think the Gengar again. I think at $50, it's worth picking. I could be completely wrong on it, but I'm looking super long term. The rest of the MARs, I think, yeah, like $30 or below is what they're gonna do. I mean, we'll look. We can um we'll look at Perfect Order. I mean, yeah, Perfect Order has been bouncing around. It's been bouncing around from the 240s, 250s to 220s. So 226, yeah, 242 just a couple days ago. It's completely crashed and not crashed, but gone down 20 bucks and it's kind of going flat. I mean, obviously, many people aren't buying it. There's 51 of these. So people are dumping. That is crazy. There's 678 of them currently. So here's the thing is when these are only stores that are allowed to put these out for pre-orders or ahead of time. When we get the set that comes out at what is it, the end of March? No. Yeah, the end of March. When the set comes out, dude, like if these prices continue to stay at like 226, which there's only being two sold daily, so people don't care for this set, this box is gonna go under 200 bucks. It may only be like a quick blimp, but it's going under 200 bucks. Unless there's a massive buyout. There could be. Gengar MAR, not even a top 100 Gengar card. Hey man, that's what Henry said to me too. He said that that I was aura farming. That's fine. That's fine. I will aura farm all day long. I think Bubble Mew is going to be the best card of the Scarlet and Violet era, hands down. Yeah, and you're very heavily, you and Brandon are very heavily invested into the set. So, like I said, I think could be completely wrong. I think long term, man, the Paldean Fates. People already know Paldean Fates, so it's not really a sleeper set. I think it's going to kick the shit out of 151 Prismatic. People are going to regret that they went so hard into Prismatic and that they did not load up on Paldean Fates. And there are still good buying opportunities right now. No, it's all good, Brandon. Like I said, people are entitled to their opinions, man. So one of us will be, that's how I look at it. One of us will be right and one of us will be wrong. And I'm okay paying 50 bucks on an MAR and seeing what happens. But at the end of the day, Gengar always goes up. Yeah, Celestial TCG. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. I don't know if you have distro, if you have allocations, but I just don't think that there's enough for perfect order, and don't think enough people care about it. So I'm willing to take my chances. There's also go check out Ink Blot. Let me find him. I'll put a link in the chat. Go check out his channel because he has made some comments. There are potentials of seeing some mega evolution sets being reprinted sooner rather than later. That's all I'm gonna say. DJ, who you talking to? You talking to my boy Joe over here? If you are, I told Joe he makes great shorts. I miss his long form content, but he makes great shorts. So, yeah, and I agree. And if people don't remember, the Charizard from Paldean Fates was the top chase card. The Bubble Mew was $40 card, $60 card. So just never know. Dang. So what's your all's y'all had to make a decision. What do you think is going to be the top chase of Scarlet and Violet? I agree. I was going to pick it up at 60 bucks. I think it climbed to like 80 over a week. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait. Shouldn't have waited. Shouldn't have waited. You live and you learn. Umbreon, unfortunately. So we got. I mean, I would do a vote, but there's so many different cards people could go for. So we've got Umbreons, three Umbreons, and Mew. No, Joe, I'm asking. Doesn't matter what like your personal preferences. We're talking about the majority. What do you think the majority will be? I guess. I guess. Like I said, I think it's going to be Bubble Mew. I will. I will be wrong. I'm very confident in the Umbreon. That's why I'm going to pick it up in Japanese because I am not going to pay whatever stupid price it is currently going for. I'm going to look right now to see because I know it was like right around 1,000. I mean, this card is wild. This card is absolutely wild what it is doing in English. I know Japanese is like 350. PSA 10 is 500, 550. So if you look at what happened with the Moonbryon from in the Japanese, from what is EV Heroes, it makes sense. It really does make sense. So yeah, and in this card, it goes. Obviously, we saw it go down from 16 to 8. Then there were some bogus ass sales. Like, don't watch that. Like, they're Japanese and Chinese people throwing it in. It fucked it all up. But it keeps going back up. So, like this card, most recent. Let's see what edition. Yeah, over $1,000 still. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think that the card. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think in a bear market, hypothetically speaking, this card could go below 700? So yeah, everyone said Umbreon. Everyone said Umbreon. SV Chase is a Prizzy God Pack, not even an individual card. Dude, I'll be honest. I think that the Prizzy God Pack is like a fucking scam. I think it's a true scam. I think that people do not give a shit about. There's like two cards in Prismatic as far as the evolutions that people care about. It is the Umbreon and the Sylveon. That is it. People do not give a shit about the Leafeon, Espeon, Glaceon, and Vaporeon and Flareon. They do not give a shit. There are way better cards for what these cards are going for. Better evolutions. Like look at Evolving Skies. So like yes, like I know the whole thing about the God Pack is in 5 years it's going to be worth $20,000. I just don't think people care. I don't think they're going to care. They're going to care about the Umbreon and the Sylveon. And it's at some point they're going to be like, you know what? It's going to be cheaper for me to pick up those cards than to open up a whatever $200 pack of Prismatic. Yeah, chasing God packs is stupid. I mean, Pokemon's doing it. Don't get me wrong. Like I strongly, firmly believe that in all specialty sets we will continue to see God packs for a while. But like we're talking about a short term thing. Like short term, yes, it's fun to chase those God packs. Long term, when packs are $100, $50, like people like the risk to reward is just not there. Ascended Heroes could be different. It could be, but I just don't think enough people care about the other evolutions, which is what the God Pack is for Prismatic. Like again, Ascended Heroes, you can get different variations of the SIRs. Prismatic is all the evolutions. And I forgot the Jolteon, which very few people give a shit about the Jolteon, which I think the Jolteon is probably one of the better looking ones. That is crazy, Joe. That is crazy that you do not care about the Umbreon at all. You love the Jolts? Yeah, dude, they're just bad. They're bad artworks. They're bad. It is cool. It is cool, but I just don't think, again, you have to think, is it, what are these cards going to do long term? What are these different evolutions besides your really top two? I mean, you could say the Espeon for some people, but like really, I just don't think people are going to care about him. I don't. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, make your all's own opinions. I'm just telling you, I think Ascended Heroes God Packs makes way more sense than Prismatic. Again, it'd be extremely cool. Like here in 10 years, oh, you pull a God Pack. It would be cool, but again, risk to reward. Hey, Brandon, you gotta let them do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? How does Prizzy God Packs get devalued when more sets have God Packs and good hits? I don't know, man. Like I said, I strongly believe when you look like black and white's a little different. That's like a true specialty set. Like you were talking about specific generation that I feel like most people don't care about. Like Ascended Heroes God Pack, I think is a good God Pack. I do not like God Packs because I will never be lucky enough to pull one myself. But I think when you look at it, but even then, here's the thing with the God Packs for Ascended Heroes, because of the variations, I've seen people open up and not get a Dragonite, not get the Gengar. Like they're getting like Stevens, Metagross. Like again, you're still getting a bunch of SRs, but it's going to be one of those things too. Like, yes, it'd be cool to get them, but you're really wanting like those two, three really big cards in the God Packs. So if they make a set where it's like all straight up, all the SIRs are absolute bangers, it's a different story. But I still think like long term Ascended Heroes God Packs will be better than Prismatic. I agree. I agree, Celestial. People love to gamble. What's up, Jason? How are you? I know I've heard a bunch of people talk about serialized cards. I think that's kind of like, people when people are talking about the 30th anniversary, it's kind of like they're not going to do anything super crazy in my opinion. That's kind of, break glass in case of worse. Like they have tried a lot of things for Pokemon. Pokemon is dead. People do not care about Pokemon, and then that's when they're going to do something crazy like that. I could be wrong though. I agree. I think that Ascended Heroes is going to make prismatic evolutions. People are going to be like they're going to try to go so hard on Ascended just like they did with Prismatic. But I think that we're going to have hype die down and Pokemon's going to print Ascended Heroes. I think it's going to be just like Crown Zenith. So right now, I've told people and I'll continue to tell people, do not go crazy for Ascended Heroes. Obviously, hold right now while product is hard to find. Open a little bit if you want to, as long as you can get it for MSRP. But I am not worried about Ascended Heroes. There'll be plenty of time. We have 2 years, 2028. It's going to get printed and printed and printed. Guarantee people. Like long term, it will be a good investment, but I'm not worried about Ascended Heroes whatsoever. No, Roxy, I knew you weren't going to be here for a while. So, yeah, Evolving Skies is a once in a very long time set. So people just want to try to make it because they missed out. I know I'm like kind of behind. I'm trying to hurry up. I am so far behind. I apologize. Surfer SI is awful. Terrible card. Hate that card. I'd be so disappointed if I got that in my God pack. You don't give it. You don't have a favorite gen or a favorite Pokemon in Eps? Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Pokeball. Like, it's not a perfect set. Don't get me wrong. Like, Ascended Heroes is not perfect, but if you get a good God pack, you get you get the Lily's Clefairy, you get the Gengar, you get the Dragonite. I don't even you get the Mewtwo because everyone thinks the Mewtwo is amazing. Like, yeah, you could do very, very well. Or you could get like a Surfer SIR. You could get a couple of the other like trainer SIRs. Maybe you get, I don't know, like I really like the Frostlass, but you get the Frostlass, get the Electros. Like, yeah, it could be, but still, like the fact that it's three of the mega attack rares and then the SIRs, I still think is really cool. So, again, if you're a big Prizzy boy, I could see you arguing about Prismatic all day long. I still think Ascended Heroes is going to be better. And I think Pokemon's going to continue to do things down the line to make it better and better. Yeah, the whole Evolving Skies 2.0 bullshit's really annoying. Can't wait for Prismatic to keep spiking because they start focusing on Ascended. Why would Prismatic continue to spike while people are focusing on Ascended? I try to be DJ. I really try to. Like I don't I don't like yes, I have my own bias, right? Like there are cards I'm extremely biased to, like the Sumbreon. I pulled that in a 3-pack blister. I sold it because there was like I was like there's no way that this card is going to continue to hold its value. I got $1,200 out of it. So I did very well when you consider a 3-pack to a $1,200 sale. But like I always want to be honest with you guys, and I have nothing to win or lose. I don't have a ton of sealed. I had to sell my sealed collection earlier this year. So I am starting off fresh. I am giving you guys my thoughts, my opinions, good singles that I like. And I tell you guys, singles are very volatile, very risky. I try to be different, and I try to give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions because I have nothing to gain by there's no me shilling anything. You know what I'm saying? I've got some booster boxes. Like I think Surging Sparks is a really good set. So I try to be real. I try to be real. The Mewtwo is creepy as fuck. The Stevens Metagross is ass. They should have made it a shining Metagross and put Steven in the back. But everyone likes what they want. So I appreciate you not hating on my Greninja blab. I'm sorry I kind of shitted on your Metagross, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, Destiny Rivals Mewtwo's cheeks, but it is better than the Ascended Heroes one. Yeah, I mean, I think again, Prismatic is going to do great. I don't hate on Prismatic because I don't have a bunch of it. I just like there's this hive mind of everyone on YouTube is talking about Prismatic, and then Ascended Heroes, and like people love the gamble, they love the chase, they love the opportunity of God Pack or pulling a $1,200 Umbreon. So for sure, it's going to continue to be open, continue to be ripped. Um, I think it's going to do very well long term. I'm just saying, people will look back and be like, okay, Prismatic maybe was not as great as what we thought it was. You sold your Zard? Oh man, I agree. I agree. I think Ascended is going to make Prismatic look like Child's Play. The last best Mewtwo SIR. It wasn't an SIR. It was like an alternate art. Pokemon Go. Yeah, I think the best Mewtwo before that. Well, actually, I think the best Mewtwo above that is the one from. I'm gonna brain fart. Shining Legends, the Mewtwo. Oh, 850 for it. Awesome, dude. That's a hell of a deal. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that at all, man. Take that money. I can't believe they paid 850 for it. The Mew and Mewtwo tag team. Those are awesome cards. What is that? What is that? What is that going for right now? Is it like $220 or something like that? Talking about the promo, right? don't know why I can't type and spell. Dude, a lot of people love the Mew Mewtwo. Yeah, Blab, you got a ton. I mean, you're buying into that hype. You're not buying into that hype. You're buying into the hive mind, because from the video I saw of you in your closet, like, you just got a shit ton of prismatic. But prismatic is, yeah, like in my opinion, it's way overrated. So I mean, here's one for 180. I don't know what the can. Oh, it's light played though, so you probably don't want that. So yeah, you're looking like 230, 215. I mean, I'll be honest. I think this is a buy. I think this is a buy. I think it's only going to continue to go up. That thing's scuffed. Gengar, Pinkaton, Urshifu. Yeah, inept. I can't complain about that. Cannot complain about that. Who's blowing smoke? It is, yeah. Like he's just pissed off or like super annoyed. Mew, and I love the Mew in the background. That's what I think about Mew. Like I don't think about Mew as this super like badass Pokemon. Like Mew is just a playful Pokemon, which I remember it from the anime. Like it always seemed like Mew was kind of like up, not really up to no, yeah, it's like up to no good. So I think this card's perfect. Obviously, could have gotten it way cheaper back in the day, but that's crazy. That's crazy, Joe. That's awesome, man. Okay, Jacob, have you seen the Mewtube? Inept, you're a little gay. Be honest. That's all right. I think all guys are a little gay. The Espeon Umbreon promo? Talk about. Joe, you talking about these ones? What are you talking about, man? Unless you're talking about the tag teams, but those are two completely separate cards. I've got the Umbreon with Darkrai, the promo. I keep trying to get in at 10. I haven't tried in a while because I don't do PSA anymore, but I try to get in at 10 because it's super clean. They just won't because the top and the bottom are just slightly off. But if I did, is it would have gone like 1,000. It's currently like $200, something like. Yeah, that card. I had that card, that promo too. It was a little scuffed on the back. I sold it for like $80. I wonder what it's going for right now. Let's be honest. Yeah, so I did good on it. I did good. $73. I think I've got the jumbo card. I'm pretty sure I have the jumbo. Yeah, the Umbreon Darkrai is so good. So good. And especially with the like the Umbreon tax kind of going right now, like that card's just going to continue to climb. So I really, even though it's a PSA 9, like I could see that card being quite valuable as in like 10 plus years. It may not. So I'm kind of like tempted if I use that for some trade bait. Let me know what you guys think. Should I trade bait that and just let it go to get a 10 in Japanese, or would that kind of be dumb? U2GX might be your first. Dude, yeah, Pokemon. I'm telling you, Japanese, man. It's better. It's just better. Like the back is a little bit weird, but the texturing's so good. Korean cards too. Don't sleep on Korean cards. I've got uh I've got the Reshiram and the Zekrom coming in Korean because the backs are normal. And then like that's what the back looks like for Korean. But I've got PSA 10 Team Rockets Moltres. Beautiful. $50. $50. So don't sleep on different languages for real. And like I said, Japanese, the texturing is ridiculously better. Yeah, I don't care, Joe. I don't care about the Pikachu Zekrom promo or the tag team. Yeah, I know. I saw your short. You need to post some more of those shorts, like because you had what like the Gengar from Fusion Strike was like what was it like $100 that you paid for or something like that. So yeah, like those that short I saw was awesome. And Brandon, which is Ludwig, and an app they post sometimes like when they got what was it 151 displays Paldean Fates displays for 200 $300. Oh. Yeah, Thomas, thanks for coming by. Appreciate you as always, my man. Hope your little dog's doing very well and you're enjoying that, but appreciate you very much, sir. Yeah, don't you didn't you have the Giratina too? I'm pretty sure you posted it on your shorts. Mm, where is it? Joe. It was a while ago. Did you private it? Yeah, I think you privated it. Yeah, that's crazy, Brandon. What is it going for right now? What is the Giratina going for? Is it 2K yet? Oh, no, that's Chinese. I was about to say that can't be right. 15? That's not, that's bidding. It's like 2K. Yeah, that's a big up. That's a big up, man. SVETB promos are criminally underrated. Like which ones? Are you talking about the normal ETB promos or the Pokemon Center ones? Yeah, man. Joe, you gotta put up because I know like look at this. You got like 19K, 17K, just kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, dude, post some of those. Like post one of that. What's the worst that's gonna happen? But I mean, I understand you are doing like your packs, so probably throw it off a little bit. Not PC stamp overrated. So what do you guys think are gonna happen with the Pokemon Center ETBs? Do you think like long term they're gonna continue to climb, or do you think we're gonna see like them just drop? So Paldea evolved. Is there an easier way to look at the promos? On. Let's see if there's an easy way to just do this without look at all the promos. I know the Mimikyu is really cool. Of course, they have Sword and Shield. They have Scarlet and Violet. Here we go. Right. We got the Snorlax. How do I get rid of them? The Charmander is really cool. I like the Charmander. I think Charmander's going to do great over time. I think that this Wobbuffet, I don't forget that it's Pokemon Center. I'm not talking about like, I'm just talking about the card by itself. Like the Wobbuffet, I'm not sold that that's going to, I don't think people care. Like, because it's not really Team Rocket. Like, it is Team Rocket, right? We have Team Rocket, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't think people care. Snorlax is obviously going to do great with the 151 promo. Eevee is cute, but I don't see it doing anything too crazy. Maridon. You guys let me know what you think. I think this Mimikyu is great. And you guys know I'm not a fan of Mimikyu anymore. Regular regular 151 ETB, $400, promos 15. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a stamp, man. Those stamps, they make all the difference in the world. I don't understand why, but they do. And the people that are mad about it are the people that don't have the promos or the product. So everyone's confident in Pokemon Center ETBs, at least for Scarlet and Violet. Because Sword and Shield, there was really no difference. So here's my thing. I think that honestly, with Probos, if you can get them at a cheap enough price and you can hold them long enough, you'll do just fine. I mean, like look at the Mewtwo, right? From 151 from the UPC. See what it was doing like a year ago, which of course it may be a little like a $10 card, right? You could have gotten 10 of these cards, you know, 35 because it's ECG. Yeah, it's like $40. So you're like four times your profit. The Mew, like people are mad about the Mew because the Mew was going for like what $5 or something crazy like that. I don't even know what it's going for now. What is it, 60? Pretty sure. So that's my opinion on. I think it's like $60, 50, $60. Who cares? But yeah, that's my opinion. Is like any of these promos, stuff like that. Like if long term buy popular Pokemon, you'll do just fine. Yeah, I mean it's you're right, and it's Paldean Fates. It is Mimikyu. It's like it's one of those cards. It does stick out. You know, you're not looking at like a knocked out. So yeah, I think the Mewtwo. I mean, it's cool. Like don't get me wrong. Like it is a cool artwork of the Mewtwo. I might be so crazy enough to say that if it was like textured, I would probably like it better than the Destined Rivals and the Creeper 2 from Ascended Heroes. But like the Mew is just absolutely beautiful. Like it's beautiful. They did great with that. Exactly, Joe. You see a fan favorite, pull the trigger on it. As long as it's a reasonable price, right? Like don't be buying a promo that's $200 for some stupid reason. Like that just recently came out, like super modern. Don't be doing that. That's a huge gamble. But like the Mew and Mewtwo GX, the tag team, like that's a safe place to put your money. But if you can get, promos for $5, $5 a card, I think that's a great play. I think the Oricorio from the Mega Charizard EXX is it UPC. I think right now that's like 15 bucks. I think it's going to drop down some more, maybe like 10, but I'm honestly okay kind of picking it up like 12 bucks. I think that long term could be a good place. Yeah, if you kept cases of Paldean Fates, you're doing very good. Really, honestly, if you kept cases of any of Scarlet and Violet, especially like Pokemon Centers, you're doing fantastic. Dude, those amazing rares are the biggest fucking joke ever. Like they're not, and I'm not trying to insult you, Joe. Like I could be completely wrong. Remember, these are just my opinions. But the amazing rares, I feel like people are trying to push them because they like them. I don't think that there is anything special about those, nor will there be. But it is Rayquaza, so that will do well. Obviously, Rayquaza is a very popular Pokemon, so probably long term, like you probably picked them up for I don't know, a couple bucks. You'll be fine. What? How they have all promo? I don't know how to find it on TCG Player. We may just look on eBay. We'll look on eBay. Yeah, that's a Pokemon Center. 90 bucks. I mean, problem is, how many people actually like the starters? Like, Coco's cool. Sprigatito's cool, but Quaxley, I think is an awful Pokemon. Like all the whole evolution line is terrible. Yeah, like 17 bucks. Yeah, I mean you got Pikachu and you got three stars. I think it's a great play. Well, there you go, Joe. You're up big time, big 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 time. Oh, did you get it? How much did that cost you in apps? Quaxley is the wackest. Yeah, I don't know if Pablo's still in here. He may not be. I can't. Yeah, that was an interesting buy for a PSA. I guess. I guess. I mean, I get it, right? For me, I just feel like I don't know. Like I'm a big like Final Evolution guy, like beginning and Final Evolution, and for me, they don't really do it for me. But just like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 continuations, when you start those generations, people like them. So I don't know. We'll see. 165 for a pristine. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. And I know like the whole Oricorio thing, it's kind of like a gamble because it's a promo. It's Shinji Kondo. We don't really know what's going to happen with Shinji Kondo. It could be like a blimp in the machine where it's really popular for now, and then the artist people don't care for it. It's also Oricorio. It's not a very popular Pokemon in my opinion. Again, but I do think the artwork looks cool. I'm okay taking the gamble and getting a couple for like 12 bucks a pop. No, I like Skeledirge. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't know. Like it'll be interesting to see what they do with Gen 10. I'm just excited to get to Gen 10. I'm ready to get these next couple sets out of the way. I'm really, I'm quite afraid of if there is a Gen 3 Shining set, which there could be a potential of that. With the whole like Mega Rayquaza. We have Groudon, Kyogre. Like, even though I know people aren't big fans of Gen 3, I think that would be really cool, especially how Pokemon loves their Shining sets. Um, but I'm really just hoping Gen 10 is just does what Pokemon normally does and Hype, people hate it. People don't want to stick around. So, dude, people shit on Gen 3 all the time. Like I love Gen 3, but people are talking about like if it's a how they're talking about like Mega Rayquaza, we're supposed to be getting the Mega Rayquaza set. Well, people are talking because we had that those leaks of like Radiant Ruby and Shining Sapphire for the names for the sets in Japanese. Well, people are like, well, maybe we're gonna get like a Gen 3. And people are saying that if we get a Gen 3 of with Mega Rayquaza, like people won't give a crap about Gen 3. I know it's crazy. 'Cause I love Gen 3, but apparently the the hive mind is saying Gen 3 sucks. Yeah, I mean Gen 10 should be coming what? Uh the beginning of next year, right? Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I've heard. I'm I find it hard to believe as well. Or well, people say that they don't like Kyogre, people say they don't like Groudon. So I'm just telling you what I've heard several people talk about. Gen 3 sucks. That's right, crazy. There you go. You heard it here first. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool, but people are saying we'll see. We'll see. But I hope that we don't get like a crazy Mega Rayquaza set. That's all I'm gonna say. Joe, people are risking everything on Pokemon. People are taking out other 401s. People are taking, you know, credit a tremendous amount of credit card debt. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody is, but I promise you that there are way more people than you think taking credit card debt to buy booster boxes, chase cards. It's very dangerous. You're right. It's very dangerous right now. So I do not use credit cards. That's why you don't see me with a bunch of Pokemon, and you honestly never will. It won't matter what I have or don't have. I will never like. I don't want to flaunt it, or I don't think that you should have to have a bunch of Pokemon behind you product to be reputable or anything like that. But yeah, like I think we're going to see. We were talking about last night on the live. I think we're going to see generational debt from this bull run in particular. No, Slush, I agree. I agree. Like I think Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, Mega Rayquaza, like I think would be awesome, but it is terrifying at the same time. And if it's shiny, we get the shiny variants, like it'll be bad. Like bad in a good way. Like people are going to lose their minds over it. Let's see, we got people saying it's dangerous. I know you did, Inept, but Inept, you must be like filthy rich, bro. You get all kinds of stuff. Celestial, you disagree with what? Yeah. Control all Drew, absolutely, man. Like, I just that's why I made a video talking about Pokemon is a marathon, not a sprint. There are so many people sprint running Pokemon right now, just buying up, and they don't even know why they're buying it. They just know that some YouTuber, somebody they watch, hell, even if they're a YouTube content creator, they're listening to everybody else and they're just speed running this shit. You don't do that unless you have a shit ton of money. And I very strongly believe that even if you are the best crypto bro in the world, like there is not enough money to go around to see what all these people are buying. Like Destined Rivals being $550 right now is absolutely insane to me. So there's a lot of things that it's people are ruining their long term ruining their lives because short term they think that Pokemon just keeps going up forever. I look, Leb, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. Yeah, and Epps, if y'all have not seen, go look at it, Epps pile. And Epps, he's got some shorts and stuff. He's it's crazy. Joe, I'm the same way. I prefer singles. The only reason I invest, it's not even investing. The only reason I have any sealed is for my kids. Other than that, I am a ripper or a sealed collector. Yeah, I know, Brandon. We talked about this. We talked about it. It's crazy what's going on. So, Celestial, would you say, like, so since you don't open packs, do you buy singles? Because Heart Attack, EX or something, I don't know. I think it's Heart Attack EX. He did a pretty good video about investors versus like collectors. That was a good video. So I'm interested. Like, do you just like, have you been around long enough where it's, pretty much, you may open up a couple packs, but it's cheaper to just buy the singles 99.9% of the time? Be interested in that. Got you. Okay. So you just been around for a minute. Like, you know where the smart money goes. Or not the smart money, but like how to spend your money wisely. Yeah. And I've just start making shorts, when you want to, when you want to. Yeah. Crazy. Just don't set yourself a budget and understand that singles, you're not, you're really just collecting the cards because you like the cards and you don't care about the value. Like, I don't think there's a problem collecting, investing into sealed, and also just buying cards because you think the cards are cool. Obviously, if you want a card to hold a certain amount of value, then get a graded card. But for me, I'll get graded cards of like cards I think are going to do really, really well long term. But for me, like I'm going to Korean, Japanese, hell, Chinese. I've even looked at Spanish cards lately. I don't care. Like if I want the card and I'm going to buy it at the price I want to buy it for. Shout out to Hardtack, yes sir. I'm a ripper, flipper, and dipper. Yeah, I do find it. I found your comment on the live today very interesting. How you're willing to pay like, I might be paraphrasing, so correct me if I'm wrong, but like $60 extra for like on the secondary market because somebody sat for a couple hours for product. But I mean, hey, it works for you, man. Like I said, you got a closet full of shit. Like Prismatic is the way to go. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, crazy with Heart Attack. I mean that luck is insane. So exactly, control, Drew. Like I'm a firm believer because I'm a ripper. Like I enjoy ripping open packs. I'm a firm believer. Get like open up a couple booster bundles, ETBs. Like set yourself a card amount, like a pack limit. So let's say you want to open like 40 packs, open up 40 packs. If you don't pull your chase, just buy it. Now, if you're, right now, especially with the way the chases are, but like realistically, obviously, if your chase card's a $35 card, like a Dawn from Phantasmal Flames or Sharpedo, you don't care for the Charizard, you don't like Charizard, and that's kind of stupid to do that. but for the most part, your chase card is going to be the top card that most people agree with. So I'm a firm believer. Get your hands on a couple packs, enjoy getting to open, the whole experience because that's what Pokemon's about, in my opinion, and then buy the card. Yeah, I mean, I agree. So that is a very good point. I think that people can use it. I think it's a double-edged sword. I really truly do. I think you can use it either ways. You can use it from like an investing standpoint on why, for example, Destined Rivals should be a five, $600, $700 box. And you can also have the argument of, well, like for me with MSRP, penis gang and stuff like that. You always say, well, a ton of people are hoarding it. So yes, like you think that it is rare. You think that there's less product than what there is, but really, truly, everybody and their mother has this product sitting around. So I do see what you're saying, though. And I do know that rip and ships are a massive, massive problem because they are ripping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, no, dude, gambling's bad. Gambling, 100% bad for sure, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm realizing I'm behind trying to talk to people. Like Celestial is like straight spitting facts for the most part. Okay, as long as you have a max. I mean, I don't care. Honestly, to be fair, I don't. What as long as it works for you, who cares what I think? You know what I'm saying? Um, you got like a set amount, set percentage, go for it. That is an interesting um take, Celestial, but a lot of people agree with that. I feel like I'm kind of in the minority where I truly think that by the end of this year, we could see some booster box reprints, decent amount, and then next year, Gen 10, I think it's GG's. But I understand what you're saying, and I could easily be completely wrong. Again, I take everything I say is based off of my own data, which has been me collecting since XY, Sun and Moon. So, but I always do say there is a chance Pokemon could do something different this time around for sure. I got you. I got you, Blab. I got you. I agree. I agree, Celestial. I agree. That's why I don't think you should put anything on credit cards unless you're extremely responsible and you pay that shit off every month. No, again, I've been around. I said since XY and Sun and Moon. So I mean, look what happened at Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield blew up. Pokemon calmed calmed the wave. They reprinted booster boxes. Everything calmed down. Scarlet and Violet. People didn't care about Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon cut back on the printing that they were doing, and then they kind of just kept it really at stable. And we just hit this. We hit this boom. We hit this boom. So typical booms are like we're already above what is typical for a bubble boom bull run, whatever you want to say it. So I could see your argument on we'll see it's not a bubble, it's not a boom. Like this is the real deal, and it could be. It's really going to depend on what Pokemon does. So it could last until 2028. I know that's like what everyone's saying is like 2028, when the other 800,000 square feet, but what about the other 400,000? Like, I don't think enough people are thinking about the 400,000 square feet and what it could do. Who are you talking to, Whack? Me? Crazy, you love magic, man. Yeah, Joe, I agree. I agree 100%. I don't think rip and ships are fun, but people, I don't, I honestly, what I think it is, I think it's a parasocial relationship between the rip and shipper and the individual because you're paying a premium for someone to open up your packs. And sometimes you don't even get like your bulk or you don't even want your bulk. But it's like having that person say your name and interact with you because you're paying, you've paid for, like I remember I watched a Nostalgianomics rip and ship and some guy bought 700 packs. No, it wasn't 700. It was over 400 packs of Twilight Masquerade in one night. And he got absolutely wrecked. But again, I just think it's like people want to have someone pay attention to them. They want to feel important. And so I think that with anything, we have the gambling culture going on. Not even culture. I think it's a disease, to be honest with you. We have that going on top of people just want to feel important. And you just, you know, with a lot of things in life suck. And so if you can pay somebody, just like people pay prostitutes and stuff like that, if you can pay somebody and they're like, oh man, look at this guy, he's crazy. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm fucking crazy. Let me give you another, let me max out this credit card. Let me put another 500 bucks. And of course, them, I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're like, like they know if you continue to pump this person up, they're gonna more likely they're gonna keep dumping money. So it's a weird relationship. What's up, Bonks? Yeah, it is wild. It's wild. I think, like I said, I don't hate rip and shippers, but I definitely think like they're not good. They're not the people, just the whole practice of it. And unless Pokemon regulates it, like what can you do? But I find it extremely goofy. Pay $15 for a pack that's $6 at your Walmart, but and you don't even get any of the bulk. Like you don't want the bulk. You just want those. You want the potential hit. And so I think it's dumb. Dumb. What do I know? I've been told I don't know shit. So yeah, man. But here's the thing. I'm like a nobody. Straight up, I'm a nobody. These people, they give, like, and I get it. Like when you are not, and I don't consider myself a content creator, but when you're not, you watch these people day in, day out. You watch their videos. You watch like you will I'll start to idolize them in one way, shape, or form. And so people look at Nostalgianomics, look how successful he is, or he perceives to be successful. He's got 30. So you're like, oh my gosh, 30,000 people, and then you go on his rip and ship. Maybe he's got like 200 people or whatever he's got live. Like the people are just weird like that. I understand the mentality behind it. I just think it's incredibly stupid. But when you have a credit card, people don't think about their credit card. It's like, oh yeah, it's only $1,000. I'll I'll go ahead and max it out, and then tomorrow I'll be like, why the fuck did I do that? And then, oh, I can pay it off. Well, then life kicks you in the dick, and then you interest, and so really your $1,000 costed you $5,000, and you're paying that shit off in like 5 years. It's just stupid. It's absolutely dumb. And that is like talking about rip and ships. That is not talking about the sealed product. Do not be buying anything on credit cards right now unless you are quick flipping it. I think quick flipping, very smart. It's still stupid. Like, don't do it. But if you don't care about your credit score or anything like that, like, go ahead. But if you were talking about long term holding, like, I just think it's very dangerous right now. Like, because people do not long term hold. A lot of people don't. There's select few people that do it right now. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, this market's wild. Like, this is the craziest I've seen. So it's definitely different. I'm not disagreeing that it's not different. I just don't think like this is like how life is going to be from now on. Yeah, no, Celestial, I agree. I'm not saying that like my word is king. I understand I can be wrong, and I say that in my videos. Like, someone is going to be right. Either I'm going to be wrong, or you, if you're on the opposite side of the fence, you will be wrong. I'm willing to take the gamble myself. I don't tell people to. I tell people to still make their own decisions. I just provide my thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. But I am personally, at least here's what I'm saying with Destined Rivals. I think we're going to get booster box reprints sometime this year, if not for sure 110% next year. People think Destined Rivals is only going to continue to climb. I am taking the gamble that there will be opportunities to buy Destined Rivals from the Pokemon Center at MSRP. I do not think Destined Rivals will hit MSRP. I, I hope that makes sense. I'm taking the gamble. I could be completely wrong. And if I am wrong, then I will pay the piper. But I think right now it being like 550, $600 is absolutely fucking stupid. Yeah, the solar system, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like I said, I understand the whole, but I think really a majority of the rip and shipping is like that parasocial relationship. And also people just don't give a shit. People don't care. People don't care. They think that credit cards is just like free money, honestly. As bad as that sounds. Yes, Joe. I do notice that most of the time it's like regurged. I will say Henry does a really good job. Heart Attack does a really good job. There are some people that still do like really good jobs at trying to be original. I try to be as original as I can as well, but I'm not perfect. But uh, views are views, man. Like, people love the views. So that's all I'll say about that. Like Pokeblab, he makes content whenever he feels like, when he truly feels like. I try to make content, like roughly 3 videos a week. Sometimes there's not really shit to talk about, and I got to try to find something semi original to talk about. So like for Pokeblab, like that is true. Like, he's not trying to do anything. He's just like, hey, this is fun for me. You know, I don't care about really making money off of it. So yeah, like that's all. That's obviously good. Yeah, Celestial, I understand. I understand what you're saying, man. Like, apparently, that's why I put, and I'll put it again. Go check out Inkblot's channel. Um, all I'm gonna say is the guy says he has inside sources. He's been right about some things in the past. There is a potential for booster box reprints Q1 of this year. So, but I understand it's just it's going to take time, and for people to either see they're right or they're wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money or telling you that everything is going to go to zero. Besides, eventually we will see a strong correction in the market. Could be years, could be months. after 30th. I think the 30th, I think Pokemon is doing everything humanly possible to pump the 30th as hard as they can because they want it to look like craziness for the 30th, just like you would for your birthday. You don't want people to be like, oh, it's this guy's birthday. Who gives a shit? No, you want people to go fucking hog wild because it's your birthday. Pokemon's doing the same thing. So who's not to say that they won't drop booster boxes in December like we know that they love to do because they've done it before in the past. I'm gonna say. Just spent your kids' college tuition based. Hey man, go for it. Go crazy. Yeah, single packs, absolutely. Yeah. My Walmart just kind of screwed me because they moved it from behind customer service to now anyone can grab it. But yeah, absolutely. It always just comes in every month. Yeah, no. What's up, Jay? How are you, bud? What's up? Everything's free money, don't you know? Yeah, exactly. And exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Uncle Pokemon knows. Yes, sir. I might have said erection. Yes, sir. Do me a favor. Go back. Let's see. How long have we been going? Hour and 36. So go back like to an hour and 20 once this goes live and you let me know. Put in the comments erection or correction. Yeah, I can't do the everyday shit. I just can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's what they're doing. I think that's what they're doing. And I saw, I think Blab, it was you, Henry, and Heart Attack talking about the commercial tomorrow, which we don't even know what it is. They could be, it could be the game, or it could just be Son of a Merc. He did a video. Go check out his channel. Actually, I'll show you guys that. I don't know why I am being fucking stupid, but by the way, go show Son of a Merc. If you guys don't know him, go show him some love. He does not post all the time, but he kind of like Pokeblab, man, except for not like an investor. Like Pokeblab is very investor. I think he would agree, investor heavy slash calling people out. Like Son of a Merc is not, but he did a video and he kind of broke down a Super Bowl commercial that Pokemon did for like the 20th anniversary and how the 30th. So I honestly, it's just like hype. People are like, this is so fucking stupid. We don't need any more people coming into Pokemon. Why is Pokemon doing this? It's all hype. They want it to look like Pokemon's crazy, and they may never change it. They may love the way things are going right now. I think that Pokemon loves money more than anything else, and they don't want to leave money sitting on the sidelines for all of these investors or people to be collecting right now. So that's why I think that booster boxes are coming, and I think that Pokemon's going to fix things to a certain extent. But regardless, I don't think that the commercial is going to bring a whole bunch of difference. I think there's already a shit ton of people. I think anybody and everybody who wanted to be in Pokemon is in Pokemon right now. And a commercial, 30-second commercial for the Super Bowl is not going to change much. Could be wrong. By the way, Jay, how did your live go? I was in there for a while, but I was just kind of stuck in. We are talking average, very average. Yeah, they were live. I was watching their live earlier yesterday. I agree. Control Alt Drew. I think that we're looking at something along those lines. I think that once we hit a bear market, though, we're more than likely to chill in a bear market for a while. But again, like I say, I could be wrong. Hey, it's less so. Like I said, I thought you had a distro or something like that. So I'm just telling you, go check out Inkblot. Go check out Anon, which I know Anon people are like fucking on. He keeps moving the goalpost. And I'm not one of those people that just listens to like everything I've been told. So yeah, I think here's the thing though, Celestial. I think that Pokemon is they're going more. I'll be and I've talked about this before. I think that there's Pokemon is pushing more towards retail and less towards like distro because distro is charging more. I've heard even distro is charging like for second waves when they're not supposed to be charging over whatever the price is. So like your second wave of booster boxes for perfect order, right? Instead of them charging you guys 90 110, they're charging 140s 150s stuff like that. So I don't know how true that is. Again, it's just based off what I've heard. So I think anyways Pokemon, because of what distro has been doing, they're trying to find a happy solution. And I think that that happy solution is putting more into retail, um, because the price is kind of set. And of course their own vending machines, but their vending machines are a whole shit show right now also. So I think that they could be holding back on product too. I could be wrong. I definitely think there's some weird stuff going on. I don't think it's all just like uh, everything's going to crash and burn. But I also don't agree with this whole narrative of Pokemon is just shitting the bed and they're going to shit the bed forever. Whack, are you're disagreeing if Pokemon prints above demand or sit that they don't need to make money, they're losing money. I mean, yeah, I understand that also. I think they got to try to find a happy medium. I agree, Roxy. I'm not saying, but the problem is like people are using Klarna and Afterpay and stuff like this that does have interest, like really bad interest. So that's I'm talking completely different, but I understand what you're saying. Yes, if you can get interest-free payments and they split in four, that's fine. I don't care. Like that, I have no problem with that. Yeah, control or Drew, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Maxwell. Imagine we get a 151 reprint. I don't think it's happening, but imagine. Yeah, just imagine Pokemon just drops a shit ton of 150. Game over. No, I agree. I agree, Blab. Like, again, I'm not an investor. Like for me, that's why like I'm not buying the Umbreon for 1,100 bucks. I'll buy it in Japanese, but like I'm buying Korean cards right now. It's just because I like them. So I have a weird way of looking at stuff, and I understand that. So you're very you're very like money investing, stuff like that. So obviously that's like Henry loves that stuff. So I each his own. Like we all do things differently. We invest, we collect, we like singles, we don't like singles. Nobody does the same thing unless you're inept or Brandon. Then you just collect whatever the hell and buy whatever the hell you want to buy. Yep, I agree, Drew. I mean, we don't know that, but I would not be surprised. I agree. Yep, I agree. I think Pokemon is not going to do distro for a while. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think they're gonna go like vending machines and stuff like that. So I understand where people are arguing like with booster boxes. And I even said in my perfect order video, like if you want to get a booster box at like 200, 220, like go for it, grab them because they're gonna climb. So like I could see eventually a world where booster boxes are a more collectible, investable item than they already are, which is saying something. Yeah, I understand. Like I said, Anon, I know he's pissed some people off. People can't take him serious. So, it's again, it's go check out Inkblot's channel. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Celestial. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yep. No, I know. I know that Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but Millennium Print Group, they don't just print Pokemon. I'm very well aware of that. Yeah, I honestly, I'm not a big social media person. So, I've got Twitter and I'm just not a big Reddit person. And I'm okay with that. Like I don't want to make a video every single day, honestly. But I do understand what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. No, I agree, Whack. Like I think honestly, Pokemon is going to try to find a happy medium. I think at first we could see them like drop a really big amount of product, and if Pokemon starts to see like a dip, then I think they're going to try to adjust and try to find some sort of happy medium. I don't think that they want their product to be below MSRP, and I don't think that they want it to be like what we've been seeing. I think they're going to try to find a happy medium, and I think that that's what this printing facility is doing. And I also heard that Pokemon's not having a problem printing; they're having problems with packaging. Yep, I agree. I agree, Drew. 100%. I also do think that Pokemon is going to increase the booster box prices. And I think that there were kind of, and of ETBs. I kind of think that's why we're seeing bundles. They're trying to get people used to paying a little bit more for the bundles, as well on top of getting rid of bullshit that nobody wants, that nobody's willing to buy. Yeah, I don't deal with Poke Notify. So can you link Inkbot's channel? Yeah, I'll copy it and post it. I'm trying to get caught back up. Yeah. Yeah. They're having problems with packaging. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I mean, eventually, Jay, like eventually I might want to make more than 3 videos, but between the 3 videos, normally the 2 lives that I do, especially when I'm doing lives for, roughly 3 hours every night, on the weekends, like I think that that's enough without burning people out. Because I also don't want to burn people out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. And look what happened with look what happened with when Pokemon put the booster boxes in the vending machines. Like Surging Sparks was taking off. It kind of killed that momentum. And then of course you mentioned the ETBs. Look at what happened with the ETBs. Like they're sitting around 60, $70. Like nobody wants them. So, like I said, I made a video talking about Surging Sparks. I'm a very strong believer in Surging Sparks. Um, Especially with the bundle deal that we got off the Pokemon Center. I think that was probably the last we're going to see. I think Pokemon's going to move forward. I think those were like reprints, maybe like stock left over from the original reprint that went into the vending machines. So, um, yeah, I mean, like I said, look, those ETBs were going for like $100+, and then now nobody wants them. Super Bowl, I just for me, like I don't like either team. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl to be honest with you. Um, I want the Pats to win just because I remember the Seahawks back with Russell Wilson, back with the Legion of Boom, and how much, Richard Sherman and the whole Legion of Boom defense was, and how they were just a bunch of dickheads. So ever since then, I've hated the Seahawks. So for me, the Pats are who I want to win, but I don't give a shit either way, to be honest with you. Yeah, and also I've got 4 kids. I work, 60 hours plus a week. I'm trying to do the best I can, and like I said, I just don't want to force push content out. So eventually, if I've doing this for a couple of years, and I'm like Henry, and I can just like talk on the mic, you know. But for me, I try to make, as funny as this sounds, I try to make my content as good as I possibly can. If I fuck up like in the middle of a video, I just will instantly stop and then retake that video. Editing takes me a while. I know it's surprising with how shitty it is. Thumbnails. So like making a whole video takes multiple hours on top of I have a wife, kids. So like it's a lot for me to do. That's why I really like the lives. Yeah, I haven't gotten shit off Barnes and Noble. Let me know. Did that link in that I posted, did that take you all to Inkblot's channel? Yeah, I appreciate you, Drew. I really enjoy the lives. I really truly do. Like they're the best. If I could go live every day, I would go live every day. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so if that happened with Surging Sparks, like why can't that happen with other sets? Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Celestial. I think I think that they could. I really truly think that they could look at Scarlet and Violet. I think that Black and White is extremely slept on. I think Black and White is going to do very well. I understand it's kind of a niche, a niche set, but it's the first set with every single card having an IR or SIR. You have Reshiram, you have Zekrom, very popular cards. Hydreigon, Keldeo. You have the black and white cards. You have the red Victinis, the two separate red Victinis. But like I think regardless, they are going to reprint Destined Rivals. I think they already have. Like my Walmart, when they were behind customer service, we had 5 weeks in a row of cases being restocked every single week of Destined Rivals. When some weeks we wouldn't get any, Phantasmal or Mega. So I think that they're going to have to do something. But I understand what you're saying is like at some point they're going to have to go, okay, in order to catch up, we have to give a lost cause on it. So um, I just think they're not going to do that with Destin. I could be completely wrong. They also have small sets, so Perfect Order small, Phantasmal small, Chaos Rising is small. We don't know what like the potential Darkrai set that could be small. I predict they're all going to be small sets until the 30th. 30th could even kind of no, probably it's not going to be small. But like if those are small sets, they don't have to print enough. They don't have to print a lot right now. They can go back. They have like 2 years. They could, Pokemon could always change it. They could change it to like 3 years. They can print those sets very quickly to get more product out there. That's all. That's what I think about, and I could be completely wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right, but that's what I think. Is the sets are small. Of course, I know the whole argument about Pokemon didn't know what was happening at the time, but that that's just the way the sets played out. I think that they can always adapt. So that is awesome. Congratulations on Drew on that Latias. That card I think is awesome, and I think it's going to be a very good card long term. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry, guys. Dude, Keldeo is so sweet. Yeah, it's a beautiful card. I love that card. My daughter loves it too. Yeah, Drew. If Kanto, we get original 151 Pokemon, it's bring it back. Yeah, I mean, but Mega's not that big of a block though. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like I said, I understand what you're saying. Mega's not that big. Yeah, no, Celestial. I understand. Like, I think that I don't know if you're trying to get me to conform to your beliefs or like like or you're just wanting to have a debate. But again, I think Pokemon is not providing and does not want to provide product to distro. I think that they're wanting to look at alternate routes. They're wanting to get products into people's hands, which I agree with, but I also don't agree with. I think that you have to attack booster boxes because that's the pivotal item. And then once the booster boxes are at like a steady price, then everything else will, of course, stay lower because of that. But they're wanting to get more packs. It obviously makes more sense to print booster bundles or sleeve packs or 3 packs or 2 packs or anything like that because 6 booster bundles equals 1 booster box. Instead of one person getting 36 packs, 6 people or one person and another person can get 5 booster bundles, and then that one person can get one. So I think Pokemon is circumventing distro for the majority. Majority. So I would not be surprised to continue to see your allocations get cut until, again, all this. And I think that it comes back to some people, I think that distro obviously kind of screwed it. I think Pokemon screwed it. I think Pokemon needs to have a contract with distro where they can't just charge whatever they want to charge, but that's on Pokemon. Um, I just think Pokemon's trying to do the best that they can to get people reasonable packs at reasonable prices, and the only thing that they can really do, like I said, is go through retail because retail's not going to charge obscene prices. I think that Mega ends after the 30th, but it may not. What's up, Rico? How are you, bud? Oh, what's up, Shug? I didn't know you were in here. Yeah, exactly, Shug. Exactly. I mean, that's not true though, Celestial. We will see booster boxes in vending machines. So if Pokemon is continuing to put, I think that right now we're not seeing booster boxes really in vending machines because there's a bunch of glitches. Could you imagine if they put Destined Rivals booster boxes into vending machines with glitches going on? It would already be crazy with the vending machines regardless. But imagine glitches like people, you're talking about something very, very bad. Unfortunately, as sad as it is, something very bad happening to people over Pokemon, which I don't think anybody wants. I don't think Pokemon wants it. I don't think we want it. So, like, I understand we may not see cases, like cases may be a premium, but I still think you guys are going to get product. And I think eventually the more product will come. But unfortunately, distro has, I think, fucked it up. And I think that a lot of LGS's online stores have fucked it up as well. Like, I'm all for people making money, capitalism and all that shit. Like, that's fantastic. But I don't think if you get a booster box for $110, I don't think if market is 300, you should be charging 300. Now, I understand at the same time the whole argument of, well, we're getting less products, so we're having to sell because you know, I don't have a business, so I don't think that way. But I understand both sides. But regardless, I am still MSRP gang. That's how I am because I have been around Pokemon for a long time. Again, things could change, but why would they change? Why? Make me understand why. Because Pokemon has made money all this time, regardless of if products have sat or not. They have made money the whole entire time. So they're doing something right. They are the number one IP in the world. Again, like I said, I'm behind as shit. I do apologize, by the way. I don't think distro's putting anything back. I don't think the distro is. They do. They need to do something about the glitches. Yep. They do. Yeah, Jay. I've said they need to make distro. They got to make distro sign a contract. If we give you product, don't give a shit. As long as Pokemon's not charging more, which we don't know, right? We don't know if Pokemon is charging more. I'm assuming they're not because if you look on their website on Pokemon Center, they're not charging more. But if they're not charging more, distro should not be charging more. I don't give a shit. And I think that, who knows? Maybe they have a contract every 5 years they renegotiate, and that's why Pokemon's doing what they're doing. But I think that they're intentionally staying away from distro and cutting back on distro, which means booster boxes, which is unfortunate for everybody, unless you're like an investor bro who's gotten into Destined Rivals at MSRP and you're doing very, very well. But I think that booster boxes right now are suffering because there's so much other shit that they're needing to figure out on top of getting more packs, more people. So I do think it will be corrected though. That's not true. Ivan's vending machines are not on the West Coast. They're all over. They may not be in some states, but I strongly believe Pokemon is trying to make that a thing because Pokemon makes direct money from that. But they're not only on the West Coast. That is not true. Yep, I agree. I mean, Celeste, like I said, you're not gonna. I understand that you're a business. I'm not a business, so I don't give a shit why they would or would not charge. Like, if you're getting product at what you've been getting, like $110, you should not be charging $300. I just don't care. Like, I understand the logic behind that, but I don't have a business, so why should I give a fuck? I just don't. I don't. The last time I saw a booster box sell for 600 that was brand new, 8 months old, it's fucking never, never. This row is a mess. Absolutely. Yep, they're flooding it with sleeves. Absolutely. That's fine. I don't give a shit if 90%. You said that it was only on the West Coast. So that's false. You're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, you would think that they would. Yes, you can. You can compare. Like back then when booster boxes were going for 300, $400, Pokemon reprinted them. That was the first time you saw booster boxes coming out of the gate and they were 300, $400. Now look, Pokemon reprinted, Pokemon dropped it. So you're wrong. Like there's always a first, but it's always been fixed. You're just wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry if you came here to argue. That's fine. That's your prerogative, but you're just fucking wrong, and I'm going to ignore you. And everyone in this chat is going to tell you that you're fucking wrong. Besides, I don't know, maybe one other person. Um, I don't, I don't know. I mean, with the whole MJ putting Wizards of the Coast packs, they could always buy them too. You got to think they put they put a Sky Ridge. Nobody knows that Sky Ridge is like actually in there, so they could really do a false advertising, and you're never gonna know. But they could pay $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 for a pack, put it on the thing, and maybe one in a million packs that they sell for $20. It costs them, I don't know, $5 to make. So I yeah, I don't think there's a bunch of Wizards of the Coast out there because people really probably didn't think about investing as much as like now, like it's not as mainstream. So I think there's a lot more, even though there's rip and shippers and all this stuff. Like, I still think that there's a lot of people, holding because of investing and stuff like that than back in the. Um, I think Rico that right now with the way the market is, I think that we could see potentially like Destined Rivals singles going up some, but you have to think really like they are pretty high, and a lot of people are making the arguments with Destined Rivals that you have a box that's going for like 600, but the top chase card is like a $400 card, 300, and just depending on what it is. But in order for in order for the box to continue to climb, I think that the singles have to go up. But I also think that people don't care about singles. They only care not everybody, but a majority of people right now. They don't care about the singles. They care about just the box. But at some point, people are going to go, "Hey, why am I paying $1,000 for a box when the top card is 500 and the rest of the cards are 150, 100?" You know, I'm wrong, Shug. Yeah, I mean, they could, right? Like I was watching Henry. He did a video or a live with some guy from Instagram yesterday, and the guy from Instagram he brought up a good point. Like, who Pokemon realistically they could have Evolving Skies palettes. I mean, they could have whatever they want. Um, we don't know. We don't know. It's all a gamble. All this is a gamble. Let's see. Steam Sieges. I don't think Steam Siege is actually that much compared to one of those. Yeah, booster bot. So $1,000. I mean, you have Fusion Strike over pretty much 1,000, if not over 1,000. You have Lost Origin. I mean, you've got. So this is a super old box. There's only 10 listings. Let's see cards. Gardevoir is like $83, which I mean the artwork's way better. Artwork's gotten way better over time. With Destined Rivals, I'm not a huge fan of like the Mewtwo, but there are some other good artworks in that set. So yeah, I mean, when did Steam Siege come out? Like 20 was it 20? I don't know. Let's see. Probably what 2016? Yeah, August 3rd, 2016. So it's almost 10-year-old box, and it's only $1,000. Oh yeah, yeah. No, the Mewtwo's bad. I mean, the Mewtwo's bad. The Mewtwo's bad in Destined Rivals, and the Mewtwo's bad in Instant Heroes. Somebody I can't remember who it was, but somebody came in and said that the Mewtwo from Pokemon Go was the last good Mewtwo, and I personally agree with that. I think the one of probably the top Mewtwo's in my opinion is the Mewtwo from Shining Legends. I've heard like Pokemon has whatever those contracts are where you can't. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon's weird about not collecting Pokemon if you work for them. I mean, I guess they can't really stop you, but it would be interesting to see, like for sure, if you get like deals on Pokemon, but no one's going to talk about it. They're under contract and stuff like that. Mm, yeah, I'm not saying I don't. I've never said that booster boxes don't go up over time. We're talking about a 10-year-old box. Your top card is $80. Like it's only $1,000. So you know, as far as singles right now, with a set that is still in the reprint window for the next year and a half. I know people talk about even at the, you know, 2 years, you have like realistically like 1.5 years for Pokemon to do reprints, which isn't true because if you look at 151 and Crown Zenith, which yes, those are specialty sets, they continue to reprint those. You know, very close 2 years, if not over 2 years. Um, like people are not going to be continuing to pay if Destined Rivals continues to climb, they're not going to continue to pay with the top chase card being if the top chase card continues to go down, if it goes down to 350, 300, why in the fuck are they going to pay $1,000 for that box? They're not. But yes, booster boxes will continue to go up. Now, if we never get Destined Rivals booster boxes, absolutely. Absolutely, that box will climb and soar no matter what the value of the cards are. You like Macy's Parade Mewtwo, but you only collect Mew and Mewtwo. I mean, again, that's everybody likes their own specific Pokemon cards. You know, it's my channel. I give my opinion. Nobody's required to agree or listen to what I have to say. If you don't like what I have to say, you can fuck off. That's how I feel about it. I'm not here to. I don't make any money from this, so give you my thoughts and opinions. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think if you're talking about, you know, a majority of people, like, yeah, it's human nature to want what you don't have. But I also think that there's people that they're okay. You know, the longer that you're in this hobby, or it doesn't have to be Pokemon, it could be anything. You know, you can. It's all the new people, the new faces that they just want everything. You know, like I've got people. I'm sure Shug, he doesn't give a shit. You know, if there's a box he doesn't care, it doesn't matter what the box is doing. He's not going to do it. I know Ludwig, inept. Like there are people that have been here for years and years and years. Like they're just not going to do the hive mind stuff. If they like a set, they like a set. Like Brandon Ludwig, he loves Stellar Crown, and I think a majority of people would say that Stellar Crown is a lackluster set, to say the least. But that's his opinion. You know, inept, he collects everything. He collects all kinds of different TCGs. And you know, he doesn't find Destined Rivals being worth it at $550. Now he can always change his mind. You know, and I'm not saying for me, I'd like one box, maybe two. But again, I'm not an investor. I only invest for my kids, and that's not even investing. I'm like holding like one or two boxes, so you can't really. I guess that's more of like a collector mentality. Um, but like I'm willing to take that gamble, and that's because I've been around for long enough. You know, with all these new people, which regardless, I think that you can't say that we're not seeing a bunch of new faces coming into this hobby. So with that, people they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're being hyper shilled into thinking something is what it's not. And let's be honest, Destined Rivals is not evolving skies. Destined Rivals, if you take off the Team Rocket aspect, is nobody would give it like people would it would just be another set. It would be another set that would probably be $300 right now. Yeah, I know Rico. I know that you have a vested interest in them too. And I hope it does for you too. I hope it does. Like I hope you do great. I don't want people to like crash and burn. That's why like I make videos and talking about like that's why I talk about and give my thoughts and opinions. Like I don't want people to get hyper shielded because we've all been there. We've all like very few people have come in this hobby and have not once been tricked to buy something that we regret buying because somebody told us like it was the greatest thing ever. So if I can do that, which lucky for me, I have most of my audience seems to be people that have been collecting for a long time, so they already know all this stuff. But clearly, like I am giving out some good information because people that have been in the hobby for a very, very long time, have collected for a very, very long time, agree with what I'm saying, and I'll take that all day long. But I don't want people to fail. That's why I tell people don't use credit cards, don't take on leverage and debt over this. That's right, Ivan. And you're spending what 20 minutes, 30 minutes arguing with people. No one's listening to you. No one's agreeing with you. And yeah, I made a channel 6 months ago. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like you can literally fuck off for all I care. Yeah, I agree. Slash, I agree. I think 95% of people, not even with TCG, just in general, are bad with money. And but everybody, again, everyone thinks that Pokemon just goes up. So a lot of people have not seen the bears of Pokemon. Yeah, I agree. I like when people don't like sets. So Perfect Order, I'm very excited for. Yeah, that's awesome, Rico. I collect singles for myself, and then sealed all is going to my kids when they turn 18. So I've got 12, 14. Well, and actually I've got 14, 16, and 18 years. My oldest is 13. You know, if I can, I'll try to do some stuff for him too. But um, I've got years, man. I've got years. Yep, exactly, Shug, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Rico, and like I said, I've been told by other content creators and other people, obviously, that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm leading you down a deep, dark path. Listen to me. Don't listen to me. Again, I always say somebody will be right, somebody will be wrong. These are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. At the end of the day, you have to do what is best for you. And I don't know if Roxy's in here or not, but Roxy, we've talked about Destined Rivals several times. Roxy sold several One Piece boxes that they were in for very cheap. They sold them for a couple $1,000. They turned around and bought a Destined Rivals case for like $3,500. Like that's their decision, you know. And I didn't tell them they're a fucking retard. Yeah, yeah. Ivan's definitely special for sure. Absolutely. Like the fact that this dude is getting dunked on by everybody in this chat, and he's continuing to argue his point that nobody gives a shit about is kind of stupid. But I mean, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, he's giving me watch hours. So yeah, that's a good one, Ivan. Yeah, I do need 1K. I don't give a shit if you subscribe or not. So I told you literally you could fuck off. You're one person. You're not gonna make or break me. Like the fact that you're still in here just being fucking stupid is mind boggling to me. But we can all ignore you. I can promise you that. We have had more annoying fuckers in here than you. So we can easily ignore you if we need to. And you will eventually fuck off. I can promise you that. Yes, streaming watch hours do count as long as they go public, which I have nothing to hide in mind. So they, I will make this public and I'll get watch time for it. But yes, I do. I need to get, let's see what my poor, sad 6 month old channel is at right now. 505. So we actually gained a sub. I hope it wasn't Ivan. But yes, we do need, we are almost at the 4,000. We still need another 500 subscribers, which is fine. I don't care. I'm not in it for the money. The only thing that I do with any 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 money I make from YouTube is literally going into giveaways. So if people don't want to subscribe because of that, or they don't like me, that's fine. We will just not do giveaways. Don't care. And I don't think, do you guys care if we don't do giveaways? Do you guys care about that? Because I've made that very transparent since day one. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments. I apologize. Hey, Shug, you gotta, don't worry about me, man. I'm just this poor little pitiful fucking person, dude. Don't worry about you. I'll never get to 760 subscribers. No, 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 sir, no, sir. Not me and my piss poor content that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Get the fuck out of here. That's awesome. That's awesome, Blab. Yeah, I mean, dude, you would be there because people love like investing content. You know what I'm saying? And then the call outs that you do, they're really funny. It's just the whole consistency thing. But again, like I said, I think you're real. I don't think that you're like a fake person. So you don't you don't make the content just to make the content. You only make the content when you feel like it. So you're a givey goblin. Well, inept. I appreciate you for your watch time and your subs. Yeah. No, I mean, well, if the box, Ivan, hey, how about you do me a favor? Why don't you buy? Let's see how many boxes it would take to get to $1,200 for Destined Rivals, and why don't you take your ass and go buy them all, and then I will buy a box for $1,200 and I will light it on fire. How about we do that? Does that sound fun? Does that sound fun? Let's see how many pages we have to get to 1,200, and I'll pull it up. Okay. So according to this, we're on the very last fucking page before it even gets to $1,000. There's currently 170 with 8 being sold daily. Let's look and see. Let me log in and see if there's really being 8 sold daily. Of course, that's not taking into consideration as boxes continue to climb. People who get them for MSRP or around 250 or 300 or 400, they're going to want to sell. But what the fuck do I know? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes, maybe 7, because I'm fucking annoyed by this piece of shit right now. And wow, so we have to sell hundreds and hundreds of boxes to get to 1,200. So yeah, go ahead, Ivan, buy the boxes, and then when we get to 1,200 within 2 years, I'll fucking sell them all. Okay? Fucking idiot. Like, you're arguing so dumb. Well, I can't, if it gets 1,200, I can't burn a box and give it away. Yeah, I heard the shorts are pretty a pretty easy way to get subscribers. I just don't like them. See, and I help people out. I help Blab get another supporter. Did you sell one, Blab, like recently with it going up? Yeah, I'm holding sealed for the next 14, yeah, 14, 16, 18 years. But I'm not a sealed collector. I'm only doing it for my kids. Yeah. I've said this already like 8 times. Yeah, I mean it depends on what they do. Rico, if they reprint a bunch of Destined Rivals, yeah, it'll hurt it some, but you have a ton of people who are very uh protective over their Destined Rivals positions and what they paid into it. So, do I think Destined Rivals, it would have to be like a perfect scenario. They do multiple reprints on it. They're all massive reprints for it to get probably 300 or below. I think honestly, anything below 300 is probably unlikely. It would have to be, again, multiple reprints, big reprints, and we're in a bear market for that to happen. Because it's Team Rocket. It's not Team Rocket. It's fucking not. You're a fucking hive mind idiot who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, who just listens to all these hype beasts. You sold for 425. 2 days later, it was 525. Yeah, that sucks. But I mean, think about the people that sold their boxes, or think about the people that bought the boxes at 600, and now they're fluctuating around, I don't know, what, 550. Let's see. Yeah, like 550, 565. So it can always be worse. What's up, Inkblot? We've been talking about you a lot and um, plugging your channel away. So that's great, Drew. Yeah, I mean, if it's got, Prismatic's going to do Prismatic for sure. So you're doing just well. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get reprint, a reprint of Destined Rivals. I don't think we're just going to get like waves and waves like Prismatic. I don't. But again, um, we have mostly small sets for Mega, which means that Pokemon, if hype dies down and there's not as many people in the hobby, they can print them like crazy if they need to, and they got 2 years. Yeah, Jesse and James would have been crazy. Oh, congratulations, Inept. I know you wanted to buy one. No, it's not. There's a ceiling being made right now. People are seeing, people are in for $300, $400, 556. People, I think most smart people that use their brains, know that Destined Rivals is going to get a reprint of booster boxes. I think that's very elementary thinking to know that. So people are trying to take profits while they can take profits. They're guaranteed. It will. I think Ascended is better. I think it will get the prismatic treatment, and I think that it will be a good decision to hold long term. I think that Ascended can look way more like Crown Zenith, but you have to wait. You have to wait. Like right now, obviously it's not, but I think within the 2 years, so 2028, 2029, going to get reprinted quite a bit, quite a bit. Yeah, the whole ETB thing, lab, the whole ETBs being 150, 160, booster bundles, being 60, like 55, distros selling them for 45. How do you win? How do you win? Besides going to retail. Yeah, Suge's the man. Suge's the man. I like Suge. I told you guys to go check out his live tonight, and son of a merc didn't even care to say hi to me. So, all right. See you later, Inept. Thank you for coming by. It is. It's 1 o'clock. Inept never sleeps though. He's ridiculous. The guy never sleeps. My wife texted me. I guess I woke her up. She was sleeping on the couch. She goes, I think you need to give it up for tonight. This is getting you too riled up. Good thing I don't drink anymore. I hate stupid people and I hate people that want to just fucking argue for no apparent reason. Just, they're not going to win. You're not going to win. No, yeah, for sure. For sure. I hope it didn't chase off Ink Blot. I don't, we probably chased off Jay. Oh, see, dude, this guy, he's fucking Ivan. Too dense. It's a good one, bro. Ha ha ha. You're so fucking cool. You're wasting all your time. No one thinks you're cool. Nobody likes your shit. Nobody agrees with you. So again, respectfully, fuck off. No, you won't, Ivan. No, that's where you're wrong, my friend. You will not make money. And the only reason you would make money is because we probably are not going to see cases. That's it. So, and honestly, you can take all those cases of Destined Rivals and you can shove them right up your fucking ass. And my fan base knows to do whatever they want to do, and I will support them. So, yes, yes, Ink. Yes, this guy is in on at 1 o'clock my time, and he has been continuously taking L's and getting told to fuck off, and he refuses to leave. Refuses to leave. No, there's no correcting me. There's no correcting me. There's not. We're just gonna have to fucking like. Can I just literally just kick you the fuck out of here? It's amazing that YouTube doesn't allow you to do that shit. There we go. Ivan, respectfully, fuck off. Let's see. I know I just did it. I can't block him, but I timed him out. If he keeps coming back, I will fucking continue to block him. Fucking retard. Excuse my French, but Jesus Christ. I'm going to say this. I don't understand what happens with these lives. I just want to have a fun fucking time. And every fucking weekend, we are dealing with some sort of idiocracy, delusion, just people that have nothing better to do with their lives than to just be complete and total fucking dickheads. And I try to be as respectful as possible, but holy shit. Like, when are we going to have a week where this shit does not happen? Sorry, Rico. Let me see what you said. Yeah, you said, oh, he gave you 8 packs? 8 packs, for Journey Together, 2 Lost, 2 Brilliant. Cool. Because I know you said last night he was going to give you 6 of Journey Together. So that's awesome. Did you get any good pulls? The dude's a fucking loser. And he will be back. I promise you. He will be back next week. Like, and I'll just fucking, now that I know I can time him out, I'll just continue time out. I don't care. No, like, yeah, like, but here's the thing. How many times, like, you're not gonna win. Like, this is my channel. And I'm very open-minded. Like, I will listen to people. I'll hear you out. I'll hear your opinions out. But just, you're not gonna win. Just go, go. So yeah, for sure. I'd have. I know you hate that shit. You hate that shit. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't mind the whole comments thing. Like, if you wanna just come back like every video I upload and make comments, um, that's fine. But in a live, just you can just go. Like, you gave it your all. Nobody's supporting you. Um, yeah, like, I'll entertain it for a while. But again, this was just continuous, just fucking idiocracy from this guy. It's important that other people agree with them having conviction in something enough. I mean, he was just trying to tell me that I'm just dooming everybody. So, like, I'm just, because I tell you guys my thoughts and my opinions, and you guys click on the videos, that I'm dooming you guys by not telling you that Destined Rivals at $600 is amazing and that you should buy it. And that we've never seen anything like this before. When you had other sets, like, look at Chilling Rain, Vivid Voltage, Evolving Skies. They all climbed. We had was it Roaring Skies, like $300, $400 a booster box back in the day. What did Pokemon do? That at that time, guess what? At that time, that was never seen before, never seen before. And Pokemon reprinted booster boxes and they fixed it. Yeah, Destined Rivals at 600 has never been seen before. There's always first, and it will always continue to happen. Oh, yeah. He was relentless. Yeah, like, I can deal with it for a while, but man, like, I cannot, like, at some point, just fuck off. Just fuck off. He was saying he was saying that he was telling me to name sets, which I just named the sets. So if he's still here, I don't know what timeout means. I guess he probably can't comment, but he can still watch. So if it is, there you go. Hope you're happy. Name a set. Name a set. Name a set. Yeah, dude, that's what it is, man. Pokemon, I mean, it's all money, dude. It's, oh, I got 3 cases. I'm gonna keep making my bags while you dummies sit around. Okay, make your bags, man. Well, it's on credit cards. He was stuck on the 600, and like I said, it's not true. You can't say it's never been seen before. Yeah, 300 back then is 600 day. Absolutely. I hope he is. I hope he is. He can't comment. Fuck him. Yeah, he's watching pet his cats. Hey, we love cats here. I got 2 cats. I got my people here. They love their cats. We love cats. But he for sure does not have a woman. He goes to the adult stores and buys his stuff there. Haters watch longer than, dude, it's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Like, I will say, for the most part, I do not have a bunch of hate watchers of my channel. Like, my videos, it's always the same people. I normally get like 18 to 20, I don't know, like 24 likes a video. It's always, Crazy Thomas, uh, 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 Ludwig Pig, Roxy Boxy, Joe. It's always like the same people. It's always inept. It's always the same people. And there's a couple people, that have said stupid stuff, but they don't come around. Like my channel, really, my channel is like 80, 90% is what my views are from subscribers. What do you mean, Jacob? Rant is You made a rant about what? You got two cats, dogs. That's right. That's how you do it. He's making a second account. Let him make a second account. Oh, I'll time out that one too. He can make 15 accounts. I don't care. Yeah, where's blood? No blood. Rant about booster boxes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know we talk a lot about booster boxes. It's just it's the way it is. We're not Japanese, okay? We have booster boxes. We have ETBs. We have booster bundles. We have 2 packs, 3 packs. We've got collection boxes. Like Shug, correct me if I'm wrong, but like Japanese is like booster box and like maybe a couple collection boxes very rarely, right, Shug? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, like I am. Yeah, like I again, I try to be extremely respectful, but this is my channel. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. This is how I am, man. It's not always like this, but the last couple weeks, man, we've gotten teamed up by YouTubers. We've politics and fucking. It's just always something, man. It's always something, but it's always fun. It's fun. Yeah, and Blab, I'll be honest. I watch your videos too, but I don't comment because I've learned very quickly that if I comment like one time, 2 times, they're like, "Oh, that's awesome." Like even Inkblot, I'll comment on him, and the first time I did, he was like, "Oh, we got broke in the house. Like that's awesome." And then now he's just like gives me a heart. So it's I don't want to, I watch from a distance. I'm very cautious about people. So that's why most of the time you never see me. I'm just one of those silent viewers and subscribers, honestly. He's probably making a second account while punching his acrylic case Destined rivals. Oh, fucking yeah, yeah, man. Like Celestial, I mean, I give it to him. The dude fought hard for an hour or so. But like I said, I don't own a business. I don't care. I don't care if you're making. I just don't care. It's not my goal. My goal is not a business mindset. I don't care. No, I did not. You think that we're getting more surging booster boxes? I did not read it. You'll have to send me. Um, can you send me it in the Discord? Mm. Yeah, I'm just a ghost watcher. That's all I am. I like I really, really, really like Henry, but and I've really liked Mimic Brew, but um, I just have to be careful. I just have to be careful, and Henry's really not done anything. Um, it was more of like my fault than anything, but like I just again, people think it's really cool at first, and then they get used to it. So I sit back in the shadows, man. Yeah, I know. I think we already had the reprint of Surging. I think they got to move on. I think they got to move on to I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they move on to. I think that they have to go to Destined at some point. All right. You guys want to Oh, can you guys see him? Yeah, I was going to say, let me show you who our little fucking dumb friend is. Young botter that is still learning as time passes. Join me as I master botting sneakers. Smiley face. Live cops tutorials will be posted on this channel. Ugh. How many subscribers does he have? I know. You can't argue with these people. You can't. You just can't, man. You can't. These people think Destin Rivals is going to be dead. They just do. I don't know why they do. They've got it in their brain that it's going to be dead. Is it Ivan Zhang? Is that his name? I want to see how many subscribers he has and how long he's been going for. Does he have the numbers? Sorry, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna leak what other people put. So sorry. Let's see. Oh, Ivan Zhang 7566. Okay. There that fucker is. Okay, here we go. So, oh, 31 subscribers. Joined November 18th, 2019. And he doesn't have any views or nothing. So, yeah, you got me, buddy. You got me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, no. Um, yeah, Rico, you missed something. I made a video. It pissed some people off. Some people had some things to say. So, you know, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you who to like, who not to like. I got really blindsided by Mr. Mimic Brew there. Yeah, no, Jacob, I agree. I agree, man. They just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. I made a video. We'll just go over this. I don't care. We'll just go over this. Let me do this. Okay. So I made, sorry, I made this video. Can you guys see me? I want to make sure. I think you guys can see me. I made this video about, sorry, let me see. Okay, cool. I can do that. So I can definitely see. So I made this video about the Pokemon hobby has a great problem. In this video, I talked about DJ Poke Center, um, and how it's concerning what I'm seeing from him, or what I saw from him. And I mentioned Team Rocket Joey. Now, this is not the first time that I went after Team Rocket Joey. I made this, no, not this video. Sorry. I made this video a while ago, 3 months ago. This is like my viral video for my channel, talking about Team Rocket Joey, Pokey Plumber, and Mitch. And then in that video, the bad actors, I mentioned I stuck up for Henry, sort of, kind of, and mentioned Team Rocket Joey. Later that week, Mimic Brew came into a live and started coming after me, and then Joey came in and started coming after me as well. So, and Mimic Brew, at that time he had come into the lives and like was very supportive of the channel, told me to go harder into people, um, and that I wasn't going hard enough. And then I made a DJ video, and he said that that was crossing a line and I was gatekeeping. So that's why in there I put I hate gatekeepers and I'm just jealous because he said I was extremely jealous. So yeah, go check out the videos. It'll make sense. Yeah, and then the live was We Are Doomed. The bull run is back, and it was like I think it's like go to like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you'll see where they pop in. So yeah, that's long story short, but it was for me it was very hurtful. Not that Joey came after me because me and Joey have gone after each other several times, but for Brew, Dan to come after me was very left field. Um, Especially like when I didn't say anything crazy. I was just giving my thoughts, my opinions, and he had from the get go said he liked people that expressed their thoughts and their opinions. That I hadn't gone hard enough on other people, but for some reason, DJ and going after Team Rocket Joey again, I guess, was crossing the lines to him. So it really did blindside me, and it really did hurt me. But you live and you learn. Like I said, I have learned a bunch in my 6 months of YouTube. But yeah, that's the whole backstory. Like I said, check it out if you want to. If not, it's all good. And after you were such a bitter person, man. When you don't like somebody, you go all in. You go all in. Yes, 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 Blab. That was it. Yes, sir. That was inept actually in the chat. Inept card collector. He made that, and then um, he posted it on like his Instagram, and then got blocked. And then Dan messaged him on Instagram and said some things. I'm not going to say what was said. And then I put it on video because I was hurt. I was hurt. I'll be honest. I was hurt, and I put it on a video. And then our somebody leaked our Discord information, and then Joey in that Discord I talked very openly about some of like my mental issues, and I've talked about it like on lives before. And so he said that his comment was pretty much like I need to be evaluated. So yeah, pretty shitty if you ask me. But yes, the lone survivor was the thing that just made everybody lose their shit, including me, because people like Jay and Shug, if Shug's even still in here, um, they got messages leaked from a piece of shit, and then Joey put them on Instagram. No, Asian, they don't have to stick up. Like that's I never said anything about Dan. So, you know, like I just don't agree with that. I don't. And I think most people would say like that if Dan, because Dan came at the angle of it was just he didn't like the way that my channel was going, and so he was just trying to give me some tough love. And from majority of people, they think that, and I agree. Dan could have, if he cared enough, he could have messaged me privately, and we could have talked about it, you know, privately. But he didn't, and it was like a coordinated attack with him and Joey, and there was somebody else involved in it too, but I'm not going to include them. So, like, no, like, I never once said a single bad thing about Dan ever. So I strongly disagree with that. Your kids just broke their bed. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, you can go, man. Yeah, I mean, Jacob, just do you, man. Like, just make your YouTube videos. Keep your face off of the internet. Yeah, don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. So, like, here's the thing: if I went after Dan, cool. Like, if I personally said bad things about Dan, yes, come after me, make a video, do whatever you want to do. But I never said a single thing bad about Dan. So do not care if you're friends with them or not. Like that's saying the same thing of like me making a video about Plumber, and if CTR saw that, CTR coming after me. Like I don't agree with that, but I could be wrong. Isn't everything isn't everything going up? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, it really is. It hurt me. So, not Joey again, not Joey. The Dan thing. But you live and you learn. Live and you learn. I think Plumber's fine. I think um yeah, I mean like my thing was he was telling people that he wasn't buying stuff or not to, like he wasn't going to buy stuff, and then he turned around and he bought stuff like a week later, and then he'd say not to buy stuff, and then he'd turn around and buy it, and then he was acting like $1,000 PSA 10 is very affordable. But he doesn't really do that anymore. So I don't know. I'm not going to even say that I think that he took my criticism to heart. I don't think any of them did, to be honest with you. I got played by Mitch. Uh, I think it probably it maybe scared Joey a little bit because then other people came after him too, like his own fan base. Um, and it was like the first time it seemed like he kind of really switched things up. Um, but of course he handled it like you would expect him to. And then Plumber, yeah, he left a comment. And he was like, "If you had a problem with me, you should have just reached out to me." Which is fair. But again, I made videos in the past before that too, and they never did anything. So who was I to know that that was going to happen? Yes, yes, Rico, speedrunner. There's no way, no way. Yeah, the amount that's being spent uh, as a truck driver with house payments and Florida's not cheap. Florida's not cheap. So absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, people use credit cards, right? Like I know Henry, he talked about credit cards before. Um, um, like buy stuff on credit cards, pay it off. I don't agree with that. But if you're good with credit cards, do it. So I just, yeah, there's no way, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know anything. Plumber is more of a collector, you think? So you don't really think that like he's an investor? Because I mean, here's my thing is if you're a collector, do you need, I don't know, like how many cases is puts you into like an investor? I do see your point though. I do see your point about collector because at least like he does open up sets. He loves collecting the booster boxes. I think honestly he's like collector investor. I think he's like right in the middle. I agree, Rico. They always say that everyone has an agenda. Well, to be honest, I don't have an agenda. I don't. Like the guy said, I'm not an investor. I'm a collector. So I tell you guys, singles are bad. I tell you that singles are risky. I'm a single person. I like ripping packs and collecting singles. So yeah, I mean that's my agenda, I guess. And for you guys not to get burnt intentionally. Is that Blab? Is that for the points, which is a scam in itself? Yeah, Brandon, you've been around long enough. You don't need to take advice from anybody. I don't even know why you watch YouTube Pokemon, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I think Plumber is literally an investor and collector, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No, yeah, and if it didn't do anything to you, it just hurt. I don't even know if it hurt, but it made it like with Jay and Shug, you know. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Asian, I agree. I agree. Plumber has his background, which is not even a background. It looks like a green screen. It's awesome. It's awesome. Like we all would love to have that. So like I give that to him, right? Like he's spending like a ton of money and he has to sell in order to continue that. Um, so like I don't classify him like as an investor, but he's also not just like a collector. Like I don't think collectors are buying. I don't even want to put a number because somehow it's going to get like flipped on me. But I think if you're buying, I don't know, like 5 cases or more, you're probably not really a collector. Like, what do you need that for? You know, E- especially like right now. Whoa, if you buy a case, you're not a collector. So a case separates you. I don't know. I think you could have a case. I don't think there's anything wrong with the case. All right, Jacob. Thank you for coming back again. I don't know if you've even left to begin with, but thank you as always. Yeah, man. Yeah, anytime you want to hop on a live, and you can just keep your face off of it. Don't even worry about it. I don't want you getting any smoke. So you just let me know. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I think Plumber is a collector investor, like straight down the middle. Yeah, no, I agree, Agent. Like I'm not disagreeing, like for sure. Like you have to start somewhere. But I just think, you know, again, you just said that you thought he was more of a collector than an investor. So that's what I'm saying. Like to me, and like look at Blab. You know, Blab said if you own one case, you're not a collector. Everybody's definition is different, you know. I would definitely say that he is not a investor, Pokey Plumber, because he does open up stuff and you know, I think he does enjoy the TCG. I think you're a true investor, like Nostalgianomics. Like, do you think Nostalgianomics is opening up packs if he's not getting paid to do it? I truly don't. I could be wrong, but I truly don't. Yeah, I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I think if you have like a case, I think if you have a case and like you have a couple loose booster boxes, like that's fine. It's just when it gets to like I think like 3 cases, anything over 3 cases of a specific set. like not set, but like item. So like booster boxes or stuff like that. Like that's probably when you go more into like the investing territory. But I hear what you're saying. All right, Brandon, I appreciate you very much. I can't believe you just called me feminine, inept. How dare you? So, Asian, so you're saying like, because I think I've seen you around. I've seen you around a couple places. I can't remember who. I think I've seen you in Team Rocket Joey before, but so like you saying that you're an investor, you're saying like you really don't like you are just in it Pokemon for the monetary value, like you don't collect singles or anything like that. Yeah, no, I'm there, Rico. Like I said, I'm not a big sealed person. I'm not like if I had all the money in the world, man, I just buy cases and just rip them open until I get my my chase card. No, I mean that's fine. I was just asking. I was just asking based off of kind of like my definition, how I look at like investing or collecting. And you said that you were more like an investor. So I think there's different investors too. I think there's investors that they literally only care about like I'd say like true investors. They only care about the monetary value. They don't care anything about the cards. They don't like any cards. They don't open up any packs. Which I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there are people like in that have been around forever that they get burnt out on opening up packs because they know it's just a ripoff. Like instead of opening up packs, buy the sealed you want to buy and then buy the card, right? I think that's pretty standard. I think most people would agree with that if you've been around for any amount of time. Um, there's people who just truly don't care, and then there's people that they collect cards and they like Pokemon. They still enjoy Pokemon to a certain extent. So if you have some singles, like maybe you're an investor, you're just not like a true investor. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good point too, Blab. That's a good point. And we're gonna have to talk about this later today. You calling me feminine for caring about what Plumber tells his audience 3 months ago. We're gonna have a talk. Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. Asian, if you don't put yourself as a collector and you just like an investor, like, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, yeah, I mean, you gotta do you, right? You're one person. You're one person, and I'm not gonna blame you for like everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're an LGS, aren't you, Celestial? By the way, we thought you were gone. By the way, I apologize for coughing. I've been trying to hit the mute button, but sometimes I'm still recovering from being sick. So yeah, trust me, dude. I'm like, yeah, it's hard. Like, I do like that Pokemon has made like IRs. I hope for Gen 10. I don't think that they can really go back. So I hope they like continue to do something along the lines of I like an IR, like feels like, and I wish the pull rates were a little bit easier than what we've been getting. Like Mega's been okay, but if we could get some better pull rates, where it just makes it feel like because back in Sword and Shield, hollows were like considered like a hit, and so were your EXs, and then of course anything above that was great. But then they, Scarlet and Violet, they made where every pack had a hollow. Now people don't care about hollows. And then it's IRs. Now I feel like we started getting to the point where we don't really care for IRs. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and you know, especially right now, you know, you open up packs, and to be fair, you could turn around and sell those packs for $60, you know, or 35 or 40. You open them and you got nothing. So I get it. I get it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The whole Nostalgianomics plumber thing was weird. I never understood that, but whatever. I mean, it worked out for plumber, right? Okay, gotcha, Celestial. Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. It's a whole the whole Pokemon thing is a really weird concept. Um, and it's very interesting. You know, like you look at Rudy and Rudy's videos, and you see, I think really he likes magic. Like magic's his probably true love, and then Flesh and Blood. I don't think he cares anything about One Piece. I don't think he cares anything about Lorcana. So it's really interesting, you know, and especially Pokemon. He doesn't give a shit about Pokemon. But Pokemon probably is you know number one, number two for his. And I don't know. I don't have Patreon with him or anything like that. So um, it's just interesting. It's interesting. I would like to say that if you had a business with Pokemon, selling Pokemon, that you care about Pokemon, but like I said, there's people in here that they sell Pokemon. They have YouTube accounts, and then they don't give a shit about Pokemon. So it's very interesting. Yeah, packs are hard to come by right now. I open what I can when I can, but it is not nearly, you know, but it won't always be that way. You know, you got to think not too long ago, booster boxes were, you know, 80, 110, $120, you know, yeah, maybe like 140, like Surging Sparks right before, you know, when it first came out. Um, like booster boxes were honestly, they felt at least like they were the best deal. You get 36 packs for like $80, you know, booster bundles or ETBs, you're still paying 40, $50, 35, you know. Like I mentioned, I got Paldean Phase for $35 back in the day. But, you know, Booster Box felt like the best deal. And honestly, for your money, it was the best deal. And then now look how things have changed. So it's just a different time. But it's not anything to me that we haven't been through before. Yeah, I don't think Nostalgianomics. I think he only cares about money, and Pokemon is very stable. So yeah, I'll be honest, Celestial. I don't know anything about Magic. I used to open Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, um, and Pokemon too, and then I've been in and out of Pokemon, and then I had my son when I was 17. We started opening up Pokemon, you know, X and Y, Sun and Moon, you know, like Forbidden Light and Shining Legends, Steam Siege, Evolutions, Cosmic Eclipse, like all those sets, you know, Sun and Moon, or not Sun and Moon, but Sword and Shield also. Um, and and I've always liked it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about Yu-Gi-Oh either anymore. So I just like Pokemon. That's how it is. And to be fair, to be very fair, I only have enough money for Pokemon, so I don't have crazy amounts of money to be able to throw into different things. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, Blab. Like I said, we don't get to rip a lot because it's been hard to. It's hard to find. Um, especially since my Walmart has switched things up. But like my daughter, she and my son, they love ripping Pokemon packs. So my daughter, she's got the Eevee from the SPC from Prismatic, and she's got it full of just hollows and even not even hollows, like common cards. She just loves anything that like is like a dinosaur or some sort of animal looking thing. So it's like commons and reverses and hollows and stuff like that. So I try to do what I can. I try to do what I can. I understand, Celestial. Yeah, I understand. Not been we've not been through it for this long. I understand. Like we just I think we can all agree we have to see what Pokemon does. We have to wait to see what they do with the answer. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm a singles guy, so I look at singles. Um, like it's always fun opening until you open up, I don't know, like a booster box and you pull something, but it's like you pull like you open up Destined Rivals, right? And you pull like a Mewtwo. Like for me, I'd be pissed if I pulled a Mewtwo or like a Crobat. Like I really like the I like the Moltres. I think it's the best card in the set, and I like the Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp. But so it's like, would you rather open this up or and maybe that's like if you're lucky, you get something like that. You may get nothing. So, but it's fun. That's why I say like I tell people like don't open up booster boxes. Like eventually, hopefully we get to the point where booster boxes are relatively affordable, whether they go under MSRP or we may never see $80 again. We may see 120, 140. If we do, it's still probably a good option. But you maybe pick up some sleeve packs. Pick up 20 sleeve packs at $5, $100. Rip. If you get lucky, you get lucky. If not, you know. But there'll always be new people. People love ripping packs, ripping shippers. Yeah, yeah, dude. My kids are young and they will never know. My son used to love Pokemon. 13-year-old, and then obviously video games and stuff like that. So my little ones, they watch little kid stuff, keep them off of all this brain rot, all the brain rot. Because back in the day, you didn't know what was in a set. Now you know what's in a set 2 sets from now. The cards, at least the big hits. And then, and to be fair, let's be very fair. A lot of people don't care about any of the other artworks, like the commons and uncommons and the reverse hollows and the hollows. Like people don't care for the most part. But I think it's Phantasmal Flames. Phantasmal Flames has a beautiful Cresselia. I really like Cresselia. I have a Cresselia. I think it's like a tag 9, somewhere downstairs. But there's a beautiful one that you guys will probably know. I'm talking about if you opened up Phantasmal, you probably got a bunch of them. But it's like Rainbow, just like a common card. And I really wish they did like an SIR or an IR of that. I think that would be awesome because it's different from the one from Shroud of Fable. Yeah, they may not. They may not, Celestial. You're right. They may not have an answer. I think, and we're gonna go at 2 o'clock. I don't even know how many people are still in here. We might have ran off everybody. We got 7 people watching. We're gonna go here in about 5 minutes. But I think it's very naive to doubt Pokemon. They are the number one IP. They make billions of dollars a year. I think to think the only reason this does not get fixed is because Pokemon does not want it fixed. And I think, again, that they want to find a happy medium. And I don't think right now is a happy medium for most people. Appreciate you, Sir Blab. I appreciate you, and hope we have a good night. So thank you for coming by for a couple hours. I don't even know how long we were. 3.5 hours. Call it 3.5. Oh, no, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. How many times did you fall asleep tonight? None. Where were you with our little buddy? Oh, gotcha. Just had me on in the background. What are you playing? Anything good? I still gotta eat dinner. I guess it's breakfast. Go to bed and go to church. But I will say, Celestial, if you were still here, I I appreciate your opinions. You being respectful and good debate. Good debate. I don't know what the question mark was for. Minecraft. Interesting. Minecraft was not a big thing when I was playing video games, which I know makes it sound like I'm really old, but I'm not. I promise. But as always, Whack, greatly appreciate you. Yeah, and no, I said I don't know if you're still here, but then I said what I needed to say. So it was nice to see you. Appreciate you being respectful. So, Whack, appreciate you as always. Make sure you don't mind. Continue to keep an eye on any sort of drops. And yeah, there'll be a video here in 5 hours. Celestial, have a good night. Thank you, sir. But yeah, there'll be a video in 5 hours. Nothing crazy. You guys know the deal. Oh, y'all want to check it out? Check it out. No, I mean, like, Minecraft was around when I was playing video games. I just never played it. It was Call of Duty and Gears of War and stuff like that. Roxy, thank you as always for coming by as we wrap it up. Curious. Halo's the GOAT. Absolutely. Forgot about Halo. Curious. So we went back to 506. I wonder how long that will last for before we lose them. And anybody? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. We'll see. Yeah, I appreciate you, Whack. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this live. So I'll talk to you in the Discord. Have a good Sunday. Peace out. I'll see you later, bud.